Sorry, I had to restart. Apparently, I didn't change the orientation on the stream. Let me see if this is better. It's not showing up in my browser. Oh, there we go. Right. I'll probably just show my building of 6079 till someone else gets here, because I think right now it's just me. So if you're in the chat, say hi. This is my janky studio setup. Also, if you can hear me, like, I don't know how the volume on this is going to sound because I'm just using my phone, but let me know. Right now I'm just building the Dark Forest Fortress, which is one of my favorites. This one right here. Hello, Jan. Jan, I don't know how you would pronounce that. Jan, I assume. Welcome. Probably if a couple people will join in, I'll go around the room and show everything. Right now, this is my current LEGO room setup. And since I don't think I've ever done like a room tour, since this is a pretty new room for me, I figured I might as well do one. But right now, I'm just starting out building. Trying to keep the chat up on my laptop too so that I can not have to be looking at my phone the whole time. Hello, Steve. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good 4th of July if you're in the US. I figure this might not be the best time to stream just because people are probably out celebrating, but I had the day off and I wanted to stream, so. Ooh, which vintage bricks taste best? Probably the lighter blue ones. They look like candy, so I would eat those if I had to. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. When I was a kid, I would always eat the rubber tires. So rubber tires get the vote for me. I feel weird because all my reviews are just the sets, so I don't know how to like get myself in frame while I'm building. Because if I did, I'd have to be like here, and then you can't see the build, which is why I always just do the review without me in it. So, can you tell I'm a professional YouTuber? And then I like, when I'm live, I can't think about like the bricks or whatever that I'm looking for, so I always take like 10 minutes to do one step. I promise I'm not this bad a builder normally. There it is. We got there. All right. I mean, I figure I guess I could start showing the room tour now. No reason not to, I guess. So we finally got a house sometime last year. So, hello, Void King. Welcome to the stream. It might be a little shaky since I'm doing hand camera here, but I will probably set it down at some point. So, anyways, before this, I was living in an apartment, which is where I was filming my reviews for the past like 4 or 5 years, and it was not the greatest. It was a very small, cramped space, but now I finally have all the space in the world. The problem is that I currently don't have the money to get all the shelving that I need, because obviously stuff like this is new because I wouldn't have been able to fit that in the apartment. But I'm gonna need a lot more of it. And I mean, I don't mind too much since this is gonna be like where I'm gonna stay for probably the rest of my life. But I can go slow with making it the Lego room that I've always wanted to have. I'm very fortunate to be working towards that now. But yeah, I mean, this is just what I got. I think I got these IKEA shelves over Christmas, and so I've got some of my favorite sets up right now. The stuff that I don't have up is for sure all the castle stuff, which is mostly this box here and then some other boxes in front of me. So that's probably going to be like half this wall here once it's all said and done is just castle. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't think I've ever shown this room on stream since like when I moved in. It's just been in complete disrepair. It's finally, I mean, like since I got these shelves up and I got some of the stuff that I wanted on them, and I've got more or less like the boxes off to the side. It's like walkable, but it's still not great. But yeah, we'll just go ahead. I figure we can start over in the corner here. Might as well. And you know what? Let me change the orientation, since that way I can see what I'm actually looking at here. So here we go. This stuff right here, that's just like extra Zalex. So I have a Zalex graveyard that I keep every time basically I order on Bricklink. I go see if they have any Zalex parts, and I order as many as I can, because most of the time they're like 10, 20 cents a piece. And then I just try to part together as many of these guys as I can. Yes, we love Zalex. In fact, I'll go ahead and show you my Zalex shelf, just because that's like the extra stuff. But the actual Zalex shelf is over here. And apologies if it's kind of hard to see some of this. I know the lighting over here isn't the greatest. I'm going to eventually get some like either LED strips to kind of go across the top here. But right now it's a little bit dark and hard to see. Anyways, so this right here is my full Zalex collection. So this is all 16, including everybody's favorite. Yeah, I had them when I was a kid too. Me and my brother, we liked Hot Wheels, obviously, but to me, I kind of just preferred the Lego version of it because you could like take them apart, you could crash them, you could, mix them with other Legos. It was just cool that they were like modular with the current Legos that I had. Everyone's favorite is Shred. I'm trying to remember. I know it's one of these two. Is that Gear or Shred? I always get these two mixed up. Same thing with oh my gosh, Warrior and Spike or something like that. I don't know what it is. You know what? I have them right here. I can just check. But I always get those two mixed up. Yeah, the blue one. Okay, perfect. Yes. Shred is my favorite out of like maybe Lighter. It's so hard to choose. I really like Lighter out of the original 8, but Shred is also one of my favorites. Who's this one here? Wow, it's so dark. Spiky, that's what it is. Yeah, I always get him and Warrior mixed up because they're visually quite similar. But anyways, and then back here I've got these are all opened. So Ghost, I was able to find just the box already opened, which is great. Would I ever flatten the boxes? No, I am very much like keeping the boxes, as you can see, in as nice a condition as I can. Right now it looks bad. I promise once I get all these, put up on shelves, I can actually do something sensible with the boxes. But yeah, so I got Ghost, just the box, because I already had the loose racer and the launcher. And I wanted to just have a loose one because I do have a sealed one over there, and I didn't want to have to open it because I paid way too much for it. So like all these other ones, like there's Shred and Snake. Snake is probably my favorite as a kid. Like that one was always the one that I loved. And then we even have Sub-Zero. I think I got like 5 of these back in the day when they were, or not way back in the day, but like 2016 before they got like kind of hard to find just because they're all in the UK. So yeah, these are the 16 total, and I keep them on display just because they look nice. Unfortunately, there's not enough space to put all the launchers, and Sub-Zero didn't have a launcher, so I have to kind of offset them a little bit. But then over here, and you know what, I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way, so bear with me for a second. It's going to make a mess. We'll come back to all the boxes anyways later. Just want to be able to show the Zalek stuff. There we go. And sorry if I can't like read your messages. Sometimes it pops them up on the phone, sometimes it doesn't. So, I wonder. Oh yeah, that's fine. Anyways, so these are basically all the ones that I've been able to part together. Just like I said, buying from Bricklink stores that just had a bunch. This is my full sealed collection, so there's actually all 16 racers sealed here. I don't think of them as ruined when I open them. I really like to keep them in nice condition. It reminds me of like going to the Lego store and you pick up the box off the shelf and it's got all the Legos in it. You can shake it and hear that sound. So even if it's opened, I really like having them, unflattened like this. Like you can see all the alt builds. It's just, to me, it's that like nostalgia of going to the Lego store and picking up the box off the shelf and hearing the rattle and all that kind of stuff. So I think I have the largest Alex collection in the world, and I would love for anybody to challenge me on that because I want to know who has more. Because like I think right now I've got close to 100. Top 3 sets in terms of uniqueness. I mean, this one right here, the Adventurer's Blimp, is definitely unique and one of my favorites. Just sets that I'm like partial to the most. Ollie the Dragon, like the Lego Land model, that's pretty big. It's upstairs, unfortunately, so I can't like show it right here. And then probably the original Falcon, the original Millennium Falcon, was just amazing to me. So yeah, that's my Zalek shelf. For some reason, the Ice Ramp Racers recently got like really hard to find complete, like in box or anything, or even sealed. Like I don't know what happened with that. That one was always dirt cheap forever, and then randomly it just got expensive. But we'll go back over here. A Plastic Millionaire. I am very I'm happy with my collection at this point. Like there's some more stuff I would like to get, but it's starting to get like to the more expensive stuff. Like the stuff that I'm looking into is like the really expensive Star Wars sets, which like some of them are cool. I don't think I would ever spend enough like on Cloud City or something like that unless it came way back down to like maybe 300. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten like basically all the rare stuff that I want, so I'm more just focused on getting the Lego room finished so I can get all this on display looking nice. But that's probably going to be a long ways away, which is why I wanted to just kind of show this room tour, because I've got it all out now and I haven't really shown any of it in years. So this one was one I just got recently, actually, which is pretty strange. It's a Little Robots set, which was it was like an Australian and UK TV show. And I think it did air in the US, but I never saw it over here. And at the time I was living in England, so I remember my little brother watching it when we were kids. But I just got it because it was like, it's just strange. Like I don't even know anybody else that's ever owned any of these. And they've got some really wacky pieces like this. Like that's a single piece right there, just a door on it. And the figures are weird. You've got this dog. It's got like a bendable head. Got this weird robot. They all give me vibes of like that 2005 Robots movie, just because the designs kind of look like it. But anyways, so that was another one that I got recently. Here we have Lego Island, which I know was like one of the first. Like Lego has it in the vault where you can pick up the sets. Yeah, see, that's what I really want, is something like the vault. But since I open my sets, like, I don't keep sets sealed, really, other than the Zalex, just because I have them all open anyways. But I don't like to keep sets sealed because I love to build them. And so I want to have all the sets on display and then, like, the boxes somewhere else. Happy 4th, Blue Dragon. Thanks for stopping in. But, yeah. So Lego Island is broken down right now. I honestly don't know that I will have room to display that. Hey Luke, welcome to the stream. Because this is so many like separate builds that are on large base plates, I just don't think I'd want to take up all the shelf space to display it. But I have brought it to 2 cons, so I do, you know, bring it out every now and then. The one below it, I'm probably not going to open, but it's just all my Rock Raiders stuff. You have them where you put the pieces on the box, but you don't put the boxes on the shelf. Yeah, I could do that. We'll have to see once I get all the shelves in here what it's going to look like as far as how I want to lay everything out. But yeah, this is all Rock Raider stuff. Favorite theme, probably Castle, or Star Wars, like early Star Wars specifically though. Later Star Wars, like 2007 and onwards, doesn't really do anything for me. But yeah, Castle, like that whole box is Castle. And then there's more Castle sets over there, but we'll get there. Yeah, so this is like game models, video game models, prototype models, stuff like that. I've been meaning to do a video on that for a long, long time, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Well, I've been meaning to do videos on everything here, and I will once I get my studio like more properly finished, because right now it's a mess. So the best way I can describe, JH asked, why does later Star Wars not do anything for you? I just asked because I feel the same way. For me, I think it's that I prefer the blocky look of Lego. And so I prefer sets that, I'll turn around. I prefer sets that are Lego sets that look like Star Wars models and not Star Wars models that just happen to be made out of Legos. So the more blocky it is, yes, the Dark Forest Fortress is over there. I was building that at the beginning. The more blocky it is, well, not all the time, but like if it's got some of that Lego charm to it, that's what I'm interested in. Like this set right here, super adorable. And they were just like a good size and not like oversized and like inflated piece counts like modern stuff. And that goes for a lot of like Lego's philosophy now. So that's just why I prefer old Star Wars. And we'll talk about Star Wars a lot more once I get to it. And this will probably be a really long stream, so feel free to dip in and dip out as you please. Here we have some Power Miners. I actually don't like Power Miners because I love Rock Raiders. Well, actually, I don't know if that's the reason why. But personally, like, it just feels a little kid-friendly in a way that Rock Raiders doesn't, which is ironic because Rock Raiders does have all the, like, kid-like pieces, like the really big, roll cages or the vehicle bases and all that kind of stuff that is more kid-friendly. But I just feel like the theme as a whole took itself more seriously, and the color palette especially helps with that. So, like, I had the Crystal Sweeper as a kid, and I sold it because I really was disappointed by the fact that I paid $70 in 2009 to get something that was so small. So not a big fan of that. The only reason I got these is because they're cheap now, and I'll probably want to review them. And I know that come 2029 or whatever, once it starts hitting that 20-year, all the people that grew up on it are really going to start looking to buy it, like they did with Rock Raiders or any other Lego theme. Like the 20-year mark is kind of where it hits that. So I wanted to go ahead and get them now because if I ever want to review them, I don't want to overpay because I already don't like them. But at some point, I probably won't keep these around in my collection forever. Apart from that, we've got some really cool, like, super vintage stuff. Like, this is early 70s, like maybe 71 or 74. And this is how they were mailed out in these little cardboard mailers. So, got some old vintage bricks in there. I think these were the vehicle sets, like set number 1 and 2 on Bricklink, actually. I know that a couple sets kind of have that same numbering, but these were like 1 and 2 just on the instructions. Pretty interesting. One of the few good Power Miner sets that I actually think is good on its own merit is the Thunder Driller. That was also one I had as a kid that I actually do appreciate. If I kept a Power Miner set, it would for sure be that one. The other pretty cool one is the underground mining station. Oh, there it goes. The one that's got that big wheel and the tipper that goes up and down the little cable here. That one's pretty cool. But it's also a little too expensive now, in my opinion, already. So I don't know that I would recommend it. Over here, we've got some other little town stuff. So we've got the Baja Buggy, which kind of goes with Lego Island since that's featured in that game. We've got some underwater stuff, some town people, more like Extreme Team. This one right here, the Hurricane Harbor, I believe it's called. I love that dolphin mold right there. That's such a good one. They use that in Paradisa as well and Divers. It's a great mold. Our Slugger would love to see your Rock Raiders collection. Yeah, me and Slugger are real close. Like I love that guy. We talk a lot about Rock Raiders like all the time. He's definitely seen all this stuff. In fact, I'll go ahead and show it now just because it's relevant. From his video not too long ago about the Rock Raiders keychain, we had been talking about, since I love collecting weird and niche stuff. Once he was done with that video, we traded for it. So I have that one now. So that was actually his. And we'll come back to the Rock Raider shelf for sure. So let's see. Random stuff. Aqua Raiders, another theme that I don't really like, but this set in particular is one that I had as a kid and is just kind of nostalgic. I had maybe like one other Aqua Raider set, and they're not that great in my opinion, but this one was cheap and I like it, so got that one. The Tron Light Cycle I reviewed not too long ago, being last year at some point. This one's for Brickzar, not for him, but because of him. His Tipper Truck Army inspired me. He's awesome, and I love this cute little set, especially these 70s boxes. There's nothing like them. They're so cute. So had to get it in box when I saw it. And then got some town or city or whatever what they were calling it at the time. This one's cool because it's got a chrome green crystal. Let me see if that's anywhere on the packaging. I don't think it is. That's weird. But inside this meteor, similar to Rock Raiders, like it's the same mold, but it's chrome green, so it's coated in like this nice chrome. The only set that it came in was this one, as far as I'm aware. So that's a cool piece, and this also has light and sound functions on it. And so, yeah. Then we've got the Island Extreme Stunt sets. I reviewed those. We've got this like parts pack for the 60s or something at some point. But yeah, it's got those really old style trees that just kind of sit on base plates. So really old school Lego there. Just cool to have like old stuff in boxes, in my opinion. This one that's just loose here is Star Justice. This was designed by my friend Chris Giddens. He was in my lug, and he moved up to one of the Carolinas. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. But this was in the Lego catalogs back in like 2008 or 2009, somewhere around there. And he and Mark Sandlin designed this one and Space Skulls. And so they're just pretty cool. Like, I remember seeing these a bunch as a kid, but I never had the money to get them. So when I finally did have the chance, I made sure to get them and got them signed by both the guys, both Mark and Chris, just because I thought that was a cool thing to do. They're fun little sets. They've definitely got that, like, late 2000s charm that I know a lot of people are really into. The main reason I like them is just because they were like one of the first fan-made models that actually got turned into sets that were like officially sold. So Goldfire's videos. That sounds familiar, but I don't know off the top of my head. Oh, you know what? I'm sure I can pull up the chat here. There we go. I don't know why it was like hiding messages after a second. The Lion Knight's Castle I do not have, just because I don't really have space or money, and it's money that I would rather spend on vintage, like actual vintage Lego. But it does look very cool. Like, one of my friends got it, and it's very impressive. And like if I didn't already have so much vintage castle, I definitely would get it because it's very cool. This is this is fake Lego. This is like, I don't know, 3,000 something pieces, and it was miserable. They're all tiny, and the bags weren't numbered. It was just all put together in one bag, and it was the worst thing I ever did, and I would not recommend it. It was like 20 bucks on AliExpress, but the toll it took on my mental health was not worth it. But now that it's done, I leave it together because I'm like, well, I don't want to throw it out, even though it's fake Lego. It still looks nice. It's got like a light function that goes through the water here. But do not waste your money on that kind of stuff. That's like, some knockoff Lego is like decent quality. This is just garbage. So anyways, oh, that's another part of Star Justice. This right here is not my MOC, but one that I think a friend got on Rebrickable, and he built this. At some point we traded for it because he just didn't want to take it with him when he was moving. And it's just really cool. It's an F-22. And it's quite large, so we'll move that out of the way. So moving on down the line here, we've got all the original X-Pods. I reviewed these not too long ago as well. These are really nostalgic for me. I was able to get them all sealed recently. And if y'all want to see anything specifically, we can move over to it, but I'm just going down the line here. Let's see. So we've got 60 Years of the Brick from 2018. It's got Cheese Castle, Black Seas Barracuda, the Galaxy Explorer, and the Airport Monorail. So out of these three sets, the Airport Monorail is the only one that I don't have the actual model of. But at some point I do need to open this up and review it. A lot of my stuff that's sealed is just because I haven't had time to review it. So that's why. Over here we've got the two Knights Kingdom 2 sets that I have that I had as a kid that I actually kind of like. The rest of this wave is kind of mid in my opinion. Old Castle is always better. Do I own any Bionicles? Yes, I do. In fact, not too many, so we can just go ahead and show them. So they're, I think all of them other than the Mictoran are over here. So I have Brutaka. That was a gift I got when I was a kid. Because I wasn't allowed to have Bionicle. My mom didn't like the mysticism mixed into the lore, but a friend gifted me this, so that got around the loophole since I wasn't allowed to buy it for myself. Same with this one. I got given that as a kid. That one's really cool. I have the original 6 Toa, and they're in their Kaita form right now, which I really hate. That's so stupid. I need to rebuild them into their normal models. And then a Rakshi here that I got not too long ago just because the Rakshi are cool. And I had more, but I really didn't feel a need to keep all. I think I had like 4 or 5 of them at that point. I didn't need to keep them all just because they're all so similar. So yeah, I kept the blue one, which is my favorite. And then, yeah, the OG Toa are very cool. I really like those. The Mictoran are over here. So they're in their little meeting. I love those guys as well. They're very cute, and I did a review on those, so they were all sealed when I got them. So yeah, the man, some of those combiner models back in the day were quite rough, and we'll see that when we get to Throwbots in a minute here. So all right, we've got these robot creator sets from 2003, I want to say. These were always really cool. I just like the vibrant colors as well as the simplicity of the robots. They look cool, and they're effectively done in my opinion. Then we've got this Alpha Team Deep Sea set, which is getting a little harder to find. The main reason I got it was because it's got that black swordfish in there, which is exclusive to this set. Cloud City Boba Fett. Oh no, those are fake. Those are 100% fake. Let's go back. Yeah, these are like the AliExpress knockoffs. Just for fun. I would never spend that much money on a minifigure. And this is a fake keychain, which is pretty interesting to me. Like, I'd never seen a fake keychain. And I don't know why you would do one over a figure that's not even that expensive. So, yep. Oh, while I'm over here, this is something that might be interesting to some of y'all. This is actually a Nintendo branded like building block set. So before they got into video games, this was in like the 60s or something, 60s or 70s. So before the NES, they were trying their hand at competing with Lego. And so this one's technically sealed, although the outer box came off, but the inner bag is still sealed. And they've got some weird like Lego knockoff bricks in there. So They did try like their own style. You can see that it's not, they're like peanut shaped pieces, but just a cool bit of history since I'm big into video games and like Nintendo specifically and Lego. I had to get one of those. All right, back to it. There's so much to cover here. This is going to take hours. Anyways, so yeah, the Mission Deep Sea set, the FOMO set, everybody's favorite, that the Forestman set that was available for like a week, and you had to spend a ton of money at the Lego store to get it. Love when Lego does that. Huge sarcasm there. And then we've got this, just this really cute town motorcycle set. I love, like, especially these old box styles. It's just very, very simplistic and very nice looking. So that one was cool. More of these X-Pods over here. Trying to not destroy everything as I'm moving it all around. Sea Machines is another one that I had as a kid that was just really cool, with a bunch of like small pieces that you could build some really cool models with. Not too much to say there, but it's a good set. More vintage stuff. Which castle is my favorite? That's tough. Probably the Dark Forest Fortress if I had to go like just everything. Maybe the Royal Castle 6090 or 6086, the Black Knight's Castle. That one's a good one. This is just random stuff that I got for cheap. Some of the stuff I'm not too attached to, but if it was a good deal, I kept it. This one right here is adorable. One of the 96, the Imperial Armada. So like the Spanish guys. I really like these figures, and just cute little base plate builds are what I love. We got another 70s set, the Payloader, similar to the tipper truck over there. Just cute 70s sets. And then we've got one of these 80s space sets. I'm not too crazy about these, just because I don't like the design, like, philosophy of the 80s space or 90s space, but 90s space is significantly worse. But I just prefer like the blue and the gray color scheme. Once they started adding in white and going for like these more esoteric designs, they kind of lost me a little bit. But again, that one was cheap, so I'll probably review it and then probably sell it. Here's my like box of classic space goodies. So we've got like a ton of sets in here, including the one on the box, so that's in here. But then we've also got like a bunch of other 90 or 80 space sets. So these are the ones that I actually do like for the most part. Some of them are a little weird, but there's some good stuff in there. And we've got, this is like Pirates of the Caribbean. There's 3 sets in there that I kind of like. Not much to say about those. Then we've got some Western ones. So we've got the Sheriff set. We've got Raindance Ridge. And then we've got the Rapid River Village, which is one of my favorites. Yeah, the space sets, I know I get a lot of flack, especially from Slugger, because he loves 90s space. And I hate 90s space. Like, it's one of my least favorite things. I've owned like every single large set from 90s space at one point or another and sold it because I just couldn't stand it. So I get a lot of flack for that, and that's okay. Everybody has their own, cup of tea, as you said. Then we got some small studio sets. Yes, the Western series is really good, especially the Rapid River Village. If I could only have one, it would be this one. Or maybe Fort Legorado, which I don't have, but at some point I'll probably get it. And the little wagon here is pretty unique. I like that too, the cloth-covered wagon. We've got Studios Pharaoh, another little Alpha Team Deep Sea. This one's nostalgic for me. I had this as a kid. Just these nice, simple, like impulse purchase sets are really cute. Then we've got some more 70s, so like Search and Rescue. Yeah, rescue units. And then this cute little delivery van. Oh, nice. Yeah, my friend's got the full Western line, but he moved recently, so I wasn't able to review it before then because, oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to have time to review all these. Maybe sometime in my 30s at this rate. It's taken me so long to do the reviews that I've done. 70s police car. And most of this stuff, like I said, I'm not crazy attached to it. These are pretty cute, but like they were like $5 a piece, so I just kind of kept them. This Alpha Team Deep Freeze. This was a pretty nostalgic wave for me, just because I was like 8 at the time. It hit right when it needed to, as far as like cool spy stuff for kids. Do I build mocks? Kind of. I would say not really, but every now and then I want to build. I think of something and I build it. Like this over here is one of my bigger ones, and I always build in like the 90s style, just because I prefer that style. So like this is designed to look like a raised base plate castle, like, you know, ruined castle thing that the pirates took over and turned into like a fort on a raised base plate there. And then like this right here, this is like a 90s space-ish adjacent, I guess, spaceship design that is kind of neat. And there's an Alpha Team mock on Ogle's base plate. I really love that base plate, so I wanted to build something on there. And then like in here, I've got a 90s style Lars Homestead mock. So in the way that they would have designed something like that, where you've got the interior. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. Yeah, that's kind of how I do it too, JH, is I like to do it in what could have been. Like some of this is probably a little overused, like over on the piece count, but it's at least similar style to what they would have made. They would have probably only done like 2 or 3 walls just so you could access it. Yeah, these banthas are 3D printed, so I ripped the models from the game files and then took them into Blender, made a manifold, printed them out, painted them up. Yeah, I have 3 of them here. 3 of them fully painted, but I have, like, here's an unpainted one. So this is just with like brown filament. I might start selling them at some point, because it seems like something a lot of people would like. Just, I know there's a lot of love for the Complete Saga. And then I have my whole army of sand people down here. So, and I've made one that has studs on the back, so you can like have your minifigures riding it like they do in the game. Or if you just want one for display, this one doesn't have the studs on the back. So yeah, pretty cool. Neat little guys. So 3 of those here. All right, where were we? We got some Aquazone, or this is Hydronauts. So this is one of the earliest sets I remember owning. So had to get it again. The London bus. This one's pretty unique. This is a 90s space set, which I hate it just for that. But the fact that it's such a large box and it just doesn't look coherent. And I think more than anything, this is like a parts pack. And I did a review on this. So if you want to check that one out, it's on my channel. But this is called the Crater Critters. So, yeah. Soccer set. I had some of these as a kid. I had a lot of stuff as a kid. I was very, very privileged, as one might say. And then we've got some Samsonite Lego. So this is like 60s or 50s or something like that. These ones are really hard to like inventory because Lego's inventory fluctuated at the time. So like you can't get a definitive inventory on a lot of these really old sets, because basically they would try to shoot for a specific inventory, and if they were short on a couple bricks, they would throw in a couple more, or like vice versa. It was just all over the place. So it's hard to know if you have like a complete one of these sets. Sometimes you can't even build the models on the side with like the official inventory, or like what's on Piron or Brickset or Bricklink or anything like that. So it can be all over the place. Like most of the times these old sets don't match inventories on all 3 of those sites. So it's kind of whatever, but yeah. This was like the 90 years of play, I think, or something like that. So that one's cool. 60 years. I think that was the 60-year patent on the brick or something. Let's see. So racers, had a bunch of these as a kid. Me and my brother did. The reason I had so much also was because there was 3 boys growing up in our house, and then all my friends had Legos too. So like if I didn't own something, one of my friends probably did, and so I have nostalgia attached to it for those reasons, or like my brothers did. And so I got to play with it, so that same kind of stuff. And then we've got some Velveeta promo sets. So these were like mail-in promos for Velveeta cheese. pretty strange. I forgot I had 2 of them. I don't think they're both complete, but again, these are like, it's hard to inventory these, so I don't know like if everything that came in there was original to it or not. But the air of the bricks is like, you can tell that they're different molds. So like that's the old style, like 60s or 70s brick. So they still hold up though. I mean, it's impressive how good these look for being like 60, 70 years old at this point. So yeah. Then we've got some Alpha Team Deep Freeze, just a bunch of it. Again, this stuff was cheap, so I just went ahead and picked up like all the sets that I wanted as a kid. Some of them I had, some of them I didn't, but they were really cheap, so I'm sure at some point I'll review them. This is one that I always wanted as a kid, was Ogle's Big Base, and I got it and I built it and I was pretty let down. It's not that great, but... So this right here is the loose castle bucket, and I guess I might as well just start taking it all out because I'm sure people will want to see inside here. So this is all the stuff that doesn't have boxes with it. So like we've got the fire breathing fortress here. We've got the King's Castle. So this is 6090. This is one of my favorite ones that I was talking about earlier. The figures for that are over here. Specifically because this one just has such a good selection of figures, like the king there and the king's barding and all the knights and then the skeleton and that kind of stuff. And the ghost. I love that ghost. 90s ghost, nothing like it. Alright, back to it. So we've got... This is the armor stand, I believe. Yeah, that seems right. So this box right here, like I have every set from 1970 to 1996 for the castle line. So the only stuff I'm missing is a couple Fright Night sets to have everything up to 2000, which is all that I'm really interested in. So I'm almost done with my castle collection, and I will for sure do like a whole video showing every castle set through the years once I'm done. And I plan to get like a big Lego table to fill this center area. So I'll set them all up on that and do a walkthrough. This is just kind of informal. This is a 3-pack. So you've got like a Forestman cart there, you've got a space set, and then you've got like a town set. So had to get all those as well. Those are kind of annoying to track down. Just a little boat. Another 3-pack. There's some Forestman set in this one as well. I think it's over there now because I actually got the box for it, but I don't have the box for these two. So town set and another space set. So apparently they like to bundle those together a lot. This is just the Royal King by himself. Then we've got like the Knight's Arsenal, Lion Knights, and you've got the King's Catapult. This was a little poly bag. A lot of these stuff that was like hard to track down was all the little poly bag stuff like this, and so I wanted to make sure I had like all the instructions as well for everything. And then these, like the figure packs, obviously didn't have instructions, but I had to get all the extra figures. And then more like the supply cart or something like that. Then we've got, I believe this is, what is this? Yeah, Lion Knights. So this is like the crossbow polybag. Wolfpack Renegades. This is a great little cart set. One of my favorite like castle cart sets. Then, and here we've got my mock of like the vintage style. Storing legs off figs. Helps prevent cracks. Doing that, I noticed a couple were having issues. So I personally don't care. I don't know. The way I view this is these are all toys. Like I know that these have a ton of value, and certainly like I want to keep them in nice condition, but I'm not so concerned that like I'll leave the legs off or anything. Even my valuable minifigures, like I've got OG Django in there just sitting together, legs intact. I've got like 2 chiefs up there that have their legs in. So it doesn't bother me. Like I know that some, like, I feel like it started with Star Wars that people were like freaking out about cracking bodies. Like I know there was one Rebels figure that did that a lot because he had like a brittle orange. I think it was like Zeb or something. I don't watch Rebels, so don't quote me on that. But that's when I first started noticing people doing that, and I kind of thought it was ridiculous, and I still think it's ridiculous. So I don't worry about it. These are all toys, so they're fine. Let's see. We've got the like Black Falcon's guard shack. We've got, this is another 4-pack. This is like Space, Black Knights, I think, and then Pirates and Town. So all 4 of these together. And then we've got the rowboat for Royal Knights. And we've got the dragon, like, cage or whatever for Dragon Masters or Dragon Knights. I always forget which one it is. Same thing. This is like the Dragon Knights battering ram or catapult or whatever. This one's kind of weird. Not a big fan of Dragon Knights for the most part. This looks like the Black Monarch's castle. So that one's a flat base plate castle, but it is pretty good as far as flat base plate castles go. I'm usually not too crazy about them, but that one's good. This is the Jousting Knights for Black Falcons and Lion Knights. This is the Armory cart for Lion Knights. Like I said, a lot of these little polybag ones were such a pain to get. This is the Witch's Cauldron and Fireplace from Fright Knights. This is the Princess's carriage or whatever from Lion Knights. Lion Knights really got a lot of sets. It's kind of crazy. This is a combo pack of Royal Knights and Spirius or Spirius. So a lot of space and castle combo sets in here. This one is the Dark Dragon's Den. This one's pretty okay. I did a review on this one. Then we've got, this is the Black Knights, I'm drawing a blank here. It's like the Stronghold door, so it's just like a door setup. This looks like another combo pack. Yeah, this is actually a triple castle combo pack. This is one of my favorites. So you've got the little archer there, the King's Archer. You've got the boat, and then you've got the wolf pack set with the ghost. So that one's a really good 3-pack there. Got the Lion Knights catapult. Here's the big one. This is 6086 Black Knights Castle. I did a review on this one. That was one of my longer reviews. That took a long time to film and all that. This is the battering ram and castle wall from Black Falcons and Lion Knights. All the castle factions are so similar, it's hard to keep them straight. This is the Knights Joust from Lion Knights. I know I'm going to mess this up at some point. Yeah, Lion Knights. I really like the colors on this one. This is such a good set. There's just so much in here. Black Falcons Fortress, I want to say. The one with the yellow wall and the thatched roof. This is the armory, or sorry, the blacksmith shop for Lion Knights. This is the Guarded Inn, another one of my faves. I think I did a review of this as well. Gotta get to all this at some point. This is Magisto's Tower from Dragon Knights. That one I do really like. The Forestman's River Fortress. That one's just okay. More small carts. I'm just going to kind of move a little faster here. I feel like I'm getting boring. And I'm a little bored of Castle. We've seen a lot of it. Dragon Knights. Or, sorry, Fright Knights on that one. Another Black Falcon's Castle. That's the red one. Hemlock Stronghold. Exceptionally mid set. I do not like that one. Alright, we're getting to the bottom here. So we've got the Royal Knights Drawbridge. Another mid set. Then we've got, what is this one? Oh, the Wolfpack Tower. Trying to get the base plate here. So the Wolfpack Tower, that one's a good one. Yeah, Dark Forest is for sure my favorite. Oh yeah, I was building the Dark Forest Fortress at the beginning of this. So, yeah. All right. And we're back. So, more Black Falcons. This one's cool because it's got a gray treasure chest. Some Western Figs that just happen to be in there. We started to get to some more random stuff at the bottom. More figure pack. Dragon Masters or Fright Knights. Yeah, Fright Knights. Magista's Cart. That one's a cute one. Catapult for Black Knights. What is this, a boat? Some sort of boat. Catapult. Carriage. This one's cool because it has 4 horses, which is pretty... Or, no, 5 horses, I think. Yeah. I could be wrong. 4 or 5 horses. Random stuff. I think we're almost done with all the castle. Yep, the Black Knight's boat. That one's a cool one. The Bandits... No, what is this called? The Dark Forest one, the smallest one. Bandits Ambush, I want to say? That seems wrong, but maybe it's right. I think that's it. Got some of these smaller poly bags. Got some Star Wars in here. Got some random junk, some dinosaurs. Oh, here we go. There's some more. All right, I think we did it. I think we conquered the castle bucket. Good job, team. So that is my loose castle stuff. How long did that take? Was that like 20 minutes or something? I wasn't keeping track. Geez, yeah, I forgot how much of this I have. I need to, at some point, get it all displayed and review it. Even though I have reviewed a lot of it, but thanks for sticking with me, guys. All right, on to some new stuff here. 1 second here. All right. So we've got, I already showed this one. Don't need to show that again. Got Dino Attack. I did have a bunch of Dino Attack growing up. I need to get more of it because it's very cool. And I don't know why I sold my old stuff. But I can't regret it too much. Every time I've sold Lego, it's to fund more Lego. So, you know, if I didn't have, or if I did still have my original Dino Attack stuff, that means there's probably some vintage stuff here that I wouldn't have now. So, I'm sure I made the right decision at the time, but at some point I need to go back and get more of those. This is pretty cool. This is a little Orient Expedition drawstring bag. I don't think I've ever seen one of these come up for sale again since I got this one. Pretty rare and just cool, and like actually high quality too, which is pretty neat to see. Like there's even like a zipper pouch on the inside there, like a mesh part on the back, and nice solid straps. So yeah, that one's cool. Got some Deep Sea Alpha Team. Got the Outback set, the landing strip. Toy Story Armyman, just because I like the little Armyman from Toy Story, and that's a cool set. Some more random town stuff. Some 90s space stuff, which I don't like, but again, if it was cheap, I kind of kept it. So like Blacktron 1, I believe. I don't like this set. Hydronauts. This is the Crystal Detector. This is actually a really great set. I was blown away by like how good that was once I got it. Then we've got the Ice Planet and Town crossover set. Some more 90s or late 80s space. This was a sports, like extreme sports ice ramp rate, like something or other. I had this as a kid. I really like that the snowboard piece just because it's got some weight to it. There's like a launcher that you build and you can send it up the half pipe. Pretty cool. This is the Gator Landing. So the one where they're like smuggling cocaine or something like that. They've got like these brown bricks that they're transporting in suitcases, and there's like money and stuff involved. It's pretty sketchy, but I always thought that was funny. Let's see. Mossburger Christmas promo from Japan. I did a video on that. These cursed homemaker sets that have the minifigures as like babies. One of the stranger things that Lego has done. This is from the 70s. And then we've got this, apparently an architecture set in there. And then we've got the robot set from 2003. My brother had this one growing up. It's just really cool. I like that one. Gotta find room to put all this stuff. This one is the original Aqua Raiders line. A friend in my neighborhood actually gave me this sealed in 2017 and was like, hey, we found this in our basement. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah. So I built it. I probably should have like reviewed it before, but I just wanted to build a new old Lego set. So I did. And this is one, sorry if you can hear, there's like water running through the walls in the back here, so it's kind of loud. So here we have the Throwbot Superset. This is one of the more like rare items that I have because it's the only thing that makes it exclusive is the outer box here. The sets on the inside are just the normal retail sets, but it's got all 8 of them in here. And it shows the combiner models. This is what I was talking about earlier about how stupid some of these combiner models are. Like this has the same level of stupidity to me as the Toa Kaita. But you know, something you could do with the pieces, I guess. Here's one more of them. This is from the second wave. I probably at some point need to get the rest just because they're, yeah, I do love the boxes that have the flaps. This is one I got recently. The Gold City Junction. Just, I love like any sort of like builds, if that's redundant. But like places and locations over vehicles and stuff are always my favorite. That's why I really love Castle. But then like the Western line in general did this great. So you've got the general store and the bank, and you've got like robbery play features and like, you know, stuff like that. And then you've got the sheriff's lockup over there. So had to get that one. Really like it. All right. We're almost done with this wall. Okay. So here's another one of my like absolute all-time favorite sets, Cheese Castle. Tracking this one down, I know I did a review on this, so tracking this one down with like all the figures in good condition as far as like their visors there, since they're like this really soft plastic, they break easily. So very important to me that I get them all, and I even tracked down like original what's the word, stickers. So these are like original stickers in fantastic condition, so thrilled about that. So yeah. And of course with the box, had to have it. And this is the 6075 box. The European release was 375, and that one's actually a little bit more common. So to find the North American release, just because Lego wasn't as big over here at the time. So it's a little bit harder to find that. Then we have the studio set that I'm very excited to check out. Hopefully soon here. I just got it recently. And it's actually new. It's open box, but it is new inside. And I'm always intrigued by like vintage tech and vintage Lego, obviously. So like vintage tech mixed in with vintage Lego is very intriguing to me. So you've got like the stop motion camera here, and you've got like the CD with all the software and kind of like a guidebook for how to use it. So once I can get my studio set up to where I could film something of this size, I'm definitely gonna have a field day with this set. I'm very excited. All right. So we've got some more 80s space over here. So these are the stuff that I kind of like a little bit more. Like this set is one of my favorites. This the mobile rocket launcher. Just a really cool set. I think this was my first actual like classic 79 space set. So then we got this one here. This one's a little strange, but still kind of weird and cute. Um, this is the Crystal Crawler. So another Aqua Zone, Aqua something or other, Aquanauts. See, I can read. This is a combo pack. So these 3 sets I think are exclusive to this combo pack here, but it actually has the outer box. They're opened, but like the fact that it has the outer box at all is pretty crazy. And I got it for probably what all 3 of these sets loose would be worth. So very happy about that one. And then the Knights Tournament from the original Castle Wave. The only one that I'm missing is the box for the Knights Procession. So of the 3 castle sets, I've got 2 of the boxes. At some point, I'll probably get the box for that, but it's like $100 for, or like $50 for this tiny little box, so I just haven't yet. Then we've got some Aquanauts, some more of that. So this one right here, this one's incredible. I mean, I do like the 90s underwater stuff, but to me it can sometimes feel a little samey. This set is like a huge standout. I really love this set and I always wanted it. So I was able to find, whoops, it's falling down there. I was able to part this out, and then I found someone locally that was selling like the box for this for real cheap, and so I was like, well, I gotta go get that because it's just so nice. Yeah, very cool set. It uses raised base plate, so of course, actually it uses 2 of them, so of course I'm interested because I love raised base plates and I always will. We've got the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. This one is really cool and unique, and I like that it can be rebuilt into the Black Seas Barracuda, like a modernized version of that. I think that's really cool. I don't have, like I said, the Lion Knights Castle, and then I also don't have the El Dorado remake, because I have the original. And so, like, this was the first one of these, like, remake sets that they did, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't, like, force myself to get all the remakes because I just don't have space or money to spend on like these kind of things as well as vintage stuff. So I kind of had to pick one. And so I'm sticking with vintage. This one is like really cool and I'm glad that I got it, but I don't think I really need any the other like remake stuff. I say as I literally panned to the Galaxy Explorer. Now granted, this one's amazing. The only reason I got this was because it's already a good deal at $100. But I found it on sale for $75, and I know a lot of people found them on sale for like $50, and at that price point, you'd be stupid to not pick it up because it's such a good set. And it's like a really different reimagining because it's so much larger, and build practices have changed so much in the past 50 years that like I had to get it. And then I also got to meet the set designer, Mike, I can't remember his last name, but he's the same guy that did like the Dune Ornithopter. He's done so much recently that's just like really, really good. So I was like, I need to bring this box to get signed because that's amazing. And you can tell that he really appreciates like the old style of Lego. So yeah. And I do have the original Galaxy Explorer, but it doesn't have the box, unfortunately. So Animal Crossing, me and my wife got all that because we both love Animal Crossing. Interestingly, I actually got her into Animal Crossing instead of the other way around. I know a lot of people that's the opposite if they both play, but all right. So we've got Ninjago City Gardens, which is actually right here. Me and my wife built this one together just because it's really pretty and we love this kind of like style of architecture. And we wanted to build like something big or like together. And this was just one that was available at the time and it looked amazing. So we got it. We got some Alpha Team. Oh, before that, we've got the Star Wars Pod Racer bucket. So this is one that I had as a kid. I had the bucket always, and like we tore all the labels off the side. But I recently parted it back out because this set's pretty cheap, and you know, old Star Wars, why not? Oh, and it has the best minifigure of all time. Let me find him. Not Anakin. Not Jar Jar, there it is. Where is he? There it is. Aldar Beto. This has got to be the worst minifigure Lego has ever made. So it's got the I think this was 2000, year 2000, but it's got the battle droids, like torso, legs, arms, and then like a third arm there. And it's got a brick. And then it's got an Aquanaut's head, if that'll focus in. It's not really focusing, but it's the same as like some of the Hydronauts or something like that. And then like this aviator cap. There we go. It's kind of focusing. Wow, it's angry. So one of the dumbest figs ever. It's like become a bit of a meme in the Star Wars community for how dumb that fig is, and so yeah. Between his legs, I don't even know. I mean, he's got the third arm. He's got the third arm up at the front, which is like in the movie. I think he's got 3 arms or something like that. Like he walks on 2 of them and then has that third one to like move stuff around to pod race or whatever. But this is just like one of the worst representations of like an in-universe figure I've ever seen. All right, so Alpha Team, another one that actually my brother had this one. I didn't own this one specifically, but I mean it's cheap and had to get it recently. This one I got off Craigslist like probably 18 years ago at this point, and I'm not kidding you. They wanted like $10 for it at the time, which is just one of those crazy things that I think I look back on and I'm like, man, this set's like $80 to $100 now, and back 10 years before this point, like nobody cared about these sets. These were all just like garbage that nobody wanted. So you could find stuff like that all day. Orient Expedition, same type of deal. I mean, this was, like 50 to 80 forever. This one was one that I also had as a kid, and it was like one of my favorite sets of all time. I mean, it's just got so many unique pieces. It's got like the elephant, it's got the big domes and the ornate pieces, like all the oriental, like you got these swords, this nice printing, like it's just so cool. Is that Sean? Oh my gosh. Hey Sean. Happy 4th. Yeah, I will show the Orient Expedition collection. Don't worry. We'll get over to that wall soon. Let's see. This is all my instructions. So if it's like a big set of instructions that I don't want to keep in the box, because like sometimes I'm moving boxes around a ton, and like if the instructions are loose inside, they can get a little damaged. So I just keep them all in here. But yeah, we've got like a bunch of cool stuff. Bunch of castle. I think I keep like almost all my castle in here. And we got some of the bigger pirate sets, some of the Western sets, some of the Harry Potter sets. There we go. Star Wars, Django Slave 1. Oh, these are the ones I was talking about. The number 1 and number 2 sets that were in those boxes like probably an hour ago at this point. I don't know if anybody here was there when I was showing that, but that's them. Explorians, the original Galaxy Explorer, and some Aqua Zone or Aqua Sharks and Adventures. All right, yeah. So this is a Mindstorm set that I got just recently. It's actually a Dacta set, which is LEGO's educational branch. The pieces inside, I found out, are the same as the retail version of just like the original Mindstorm set. Although I'd never owned, like I owned an NXT growing up, and then I taught middle schoolers with EV3s. So I'd seen the other 2 generations, but I'd never seen the original generation because I didn't have one. So I found this for like $30, and I was like, hey, that's a price that I'd be willing to try it. So I was actually like yesterday trying to load it up on I have like an old Windows XP laptop that I use for, if I need error appropriate software and hardware. And I installed some software, like external software, because it wasn't recognizing this, and it actually like bricked my computer. So that was great. So I still haven't gotten to try it. I'm very intrigued to see what this is about, but I'll have to go buy another like hard drive basically and reformat it. So thanks, Mindstorms. So that was fun. This is more just like instructions and stuff. This is what we always used as kids, like for holding our instructions. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff in there. I don't need to go through all that, but anything that I don't have a box for, or that I don't want to keep it in the box, I'll put it in there. So now we're on to the actual shelves, and I'll just give you we'll get a good look at everything before we dive in. So these are the only like 5 permanent shelves that I have up right now. Like everything else that you see, like this over here, and this over here. These are probably all going to go away. I haven't decided yet, but I do want all these like floor to ceiling shelves from IKEA. All right, so let's dig in. So first up over here, I already showed, hey Joey, welcome to the stream. I'm doing a collection tour, kind of showing off all my stuff, since I haven't done a room tour in this new room. So I've got this is the original 70s London bus, and then my buddy went to London a couple months back and got me the modernized version of that, and I thought that was cute, so I put them together. Then we've got that homemaker set that I was talking about earlier. We got some other random knickknacks. Like these are just things that I've like acquired and recently just instead of like putting them away, I just put them on shelves. So like Pier Police, we've got that Arctic set that the final one that I needed that I just got. This one is the one that I just reviewed. So like I think that's my most recent video, or no, it's the minifigures one, but this was pretty recent. And then over here, we've got the Sheriff's Lockup, and then we've got Gold City Junction, which I showed the boxes for that earlier. And then we've got the Sheriff Showdown, and then the Indian Chief. So this is just like my little Western shelf right now. I do want to kind of get a bigger display because I still have the Rapid River Village that I want to show off. Then we've got the... this is Lagoon Lockup or something like that. My buddy Elijah actually got me this as a gift a couple years ago. I did recently find like the box, and like it's super nice. I got that on eBay not too long ago. And then we have Broadsides Brig, and I forget, it's like Cannon Cove or something. I really like these little like pirate structure sets because again, anything that's like a building I'm super into. This one, I'll see if I can get this out without dropping everything. It might be a tall ask, but this one's really cool. As of like last year, someone named Brock, the archivist, I don't know if he has like any sort of social media or YouTube presence or not, but he was showing me how to like buy sets from Japan. So these are all Japanese exclusive studio sets. So you've got cool things like this Coca-Cola bottles. Really doesn't want to focus. What's interesting about this is the cones here in clear, they only actually came in this set, which is really shocking to me. Like it's such a common piece. Yes, all the Studio Kabaya promos. I actually don't know if these were Kabaya, but I think they're just Coca-Cola Lego promos. They were sold in blind bags, so you had to like buy a bunch of them to get these. So yeah, those cones are exclusive, and then you got some more exclusive stuff in here. You've got, this is Mike from Dino Island, but he's got this red fedora like Johnny Thunder wears. Wow, I wish, hold on, maybe I can get this to focus like this. There we go. So yeah, this red fedora is exclusive to this set. A little bit pricey just because like it's hard to find. And then he's also got the Lego logo printed on his back there, which some of these have that, and that's exclusive to this set. Like same thing with this minifigure that uses Sparks' head, and it's got the Lego logo on the back. My other favorite piece from this is the red dino. So, I mean, the dino piece in and of itself, the baby dino, is like one of my favorites of all time, and to get it in red is just really cool. So that's like a Coca-Cola promo red, I guess. Pretty cool. And then we've got these little like other dinos these like all the specialty dino pieces are exclusive to these sets. So like this red mini dino head, as well as this little tail piece there. Those are exclusive. There's also the green one. The tan baby T-Rex. So my best guess on that is that it's a chrome stripped version of this gold one, because I'm pretty sure whenever they print gold, like especially when they were doing in this like 2009 era, the underneath was tan because it doesn't like bleed through the coloring as much on chrome gold. So it might be. I mean, I'd have to see it because I have heard of people saying that tan ones of these exist. Um, there would be some. Okay, so if it's no gold at all, it might have just been like an unpainted version of this one that escaped from the factory. I don't know if you. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Definitely not in this lighting, but in real life, you can kind of see that it's tan on the inside there. And so I do think that it was probably just an unpainted. Like it is still cool if it doesn't have any chipping at all, like any gold chipping visible on the in the seams or anything. Then it probably did just escape the factory like that. That would be my guess. I haven't seen one myself to make a firm judgment on that, but that would make sense. And then yeah, there's also the orange one right here, the orange T-Rex. So yeah, so I got a bunch of those recently just because they're neat little things. And I have a full set of them loose and then a full set of them sealed as well, just because they were cheap. All right. So moving on to Life on Mars. This is my whole little Life on Mars display. These 3 shelves here is all sets, including all the promos. So like you've got these 4, 1, 2, 3, where did it go? 4 promo sets. These are also Japanese promos, but they were released in North America as well. And then this one and this one, hold on, yeah, this one and this one are a combo like poly bag together, so kind of strange. And then we've got the rest of the human stuff. Oh, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to respond to somebody. So we've got the human sets over here, like the little trike, and the trike's cool, it's got suspension. And then alien counter from Quaker Oats promo. Okay, cool. I didn't know that it was a Quaker Oats specific thing, but yeah, it was a poly bag with those 2 little builds in there. Then you've got this one, little alien guy. And then going up here, we've got the Red Planet Protector and the Recon Mech RP. And then the Excavation Searcher something or other. I always forget the names on these. And these all connect into the modular tube system of the Aerotube hanger. So that's this one right here. And I recently got like a bunch of extra sleds. And this is my collection of earless Martians, which, fun little tidbit. Earlier versions of the Martians did not have ears on the side there, compared to like this one right here. Hold on, come on. Wow, can't see anything. All right, I'm gonna have to set it down again. There we go. So those little like dots on the side, those are the ears. It's suspected that they changed this later in production so that they didn't have as much print drift, because it's easier for a machine to grasp it on the side here if it has a flat point like these ears to print on them. And so the ear ones, I'm trying to get all 10 of like the named figures without ears. All my arms are in good shape, both sides. I always make sure that they can connect onto things without any cracks. So yeah, that's one thing. Like I'm always buying extra arms from Bricklink when I can, because I don't want it just bothers me to no end when those droid arms are cracked, and I hate, and I'm just gonna rant a little bit here. I hate that they have not fixed those arms in 25 years. Because looking at the original skeleton, and as an engineer, this bothers me to no end. You see that little like gap you have there that gives it just enough bendability so that these arms will never crack. And I have never in my life seen a cracked dangly skeleton arm, because they have that little gap there which allows it to flex. So that's all they need to do for these freaking Martian arms. And there's even room for it. Like you could absolutely do a little slot that goes into that like into the center of the arm there, and give it some flex so that these don't ever crack. And I don't know why in 25 years they have not just made that change, because like they already figured it out in whenever they made these. These are like 89 or something like that. So they already figured it out. And then even for the skeletons, they went back and gave them like the rigid arms that don't have this little notch in there that they also break. So they had the solution and they broke it on skeletons, and they had the solution and they just never used it for Martians or droids. So that's something that just baffles me. Anyways, so moving on from Life on Mars, I love Life on Mars, and I've got the box for the Aerotube hanger up here, as well as, I'm not going to pull it down, but there's like other boxes inside there. So here we have Lego Universe. So Lego Universe is one of my all-time favorite like Lego games. I actually run my own private server that's one of the bigger ones out there that hosts Dark Flame Lego Universe. So that's the community-made server emulator. So it took them like 9 years to reverse engineer and make their own version of the server software. And so just from playing that game again, it reminded me that I love like the builds in this. So this is like one of the pirate ships that's in a tree that you play a mini game on in that game. And it's just always been such a striking build to me, specifically because it has the full hull visible. So it like comes down to a very fine point because it's out of the water, and all other Lego pirate ships don't show the full hull because it's as though it's, like up to here in the water. So it was just always very interesting to me that it was built like that. So I built that in real life. These are all the little pets that you can collect in the game and they follow you around. So I built all of those, as well as like some enemies, like this guardian guy that actually helps you fight the dragons. These are one of the enemy, that's actually an official set, but they recolored it for the game. As well as like the gorilla back there. And this gorilla is just such a nice design. Let me pull it out here without damaging it. Just some really good shapes on there. It's very fragile, but it doesn't need to be structurally sound since it's in a video game. But yeah, it just looks great. So yeah, I love those. I brought those to Atlanta Brick Con this past year just to show them off because they look great. All right, then we've got the Rock Raiders shelf. 25 years of Rock Raiders as of July 1st. So this is a 25-year celebration of Rock Raiders as well. So as I showed earlier, I beat Slugger up and I took his keychain. So this is the one that was featured in his video. This one's really hard to find. Like, as far as I know, there's only like 2, maybe 3 of these that are known about, like where they are currently. And we're not entirely sure like where they came from. So pretty cool to have that. I was very grateful that he was willing to trade for that because I love random paraphernalia like this. And then we've got the Rock Raiders mug. This one took me forever to track down. V Starvin on Discord pointed out to me when it was for sale on Bricklink, because for some reason I didn't have email notifications on, even though it's been in my wanted list for like literally a decade. So yeah, this is from Germany. It's just a mug with some really nice Rock Raiders printing on it. Paid way too much for it. Yeah, my guess is that this keychain did come from Legoland. That's a good guess. Joey made that guess, and I agree. A lot of the weird stuff does come from Legoland. That's like undocumented, especially. And then we've got these retrofit Rock Raiders cards, playing cards. Very cool. Like each one of the cards in here is like designed with like some Rock Raiders nod built into it. So it's like, it's not just like a cheap reskin. Like, this guy spent a ton of time designing these. Highly recommend. Hopefully he has more, but you should go check him out. On Instagram, you can find him retrofit. So definitely love those. These are my custom Chiefs that I made last year. I made 50 of them. Can't really see it. Of course, it's going to fight me on this. Hold on. Gotta do this again. Oh my gosh. There we go. So these were custom made. I took original like vintage Lego parts. So I got like era appropriate grays for the light gray and the dark gray. And then I got era appropriate heads to print on. These were printed by Fig Fab Labs on Instagram. The torsos came out perfect. I'm like perfectly satisfied with all those. The face is a little too small, and I'm hoping that I can fix that. but for the time being, it's a little like, especially like by itself, it's fine. But I always wanted like a little bit better work on the face. But since I only had 50 heads and they already got printed before I even saw them, I just kind of had to live with it. So it's only really noticeable like next to a genuine one. And in fact, I'll go grab mine. There we go. So you can see the difference in print size there. Oh my gosh, this thing is fighting me. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so yeah, I sold through all of these, so I don't have any extras left. But these are the two that I kept just for my own purposes. So yeah, there's this is the official chief, and I actually have two of these. These are both from childhood, so I didn't have to pay the stupid $400 that he goes for now, because I would never do that. There's his little card. And this is the chrome green crystal that I was talking about. Yeah, Joey, that would be my complaint too. I'm actually working on getting better heads made. So, yep, there we go. And Fig Fab Labs told me that was a limitation of UV printing, since the closer to the edge that it gets, the more it starts to smear. So once you start getting to curved surfaces like that, it really starts smearing pretty bad. And you can actually see that on the hair up top here. Oh my gosh. There we go. So you can see that the gray hair, it starts to smear the closer to the edge it gets there. So we didn't want to do that with the mustache. So that's why it's a little bit smaller like that. But yeah. All right, so yeah, these are the rest of the retail sets. I threw some extra rock monsters in there because I love that piece. The base set, oh, and then the Kabaya promos. So these were ones that I got just last year. I had brick built them myself, or like parred them out myself, but I was able to get like the boxes and the instructions, as well as the combiner pamphlet just recently. So very happy to have those. Up here, I can barely even see it because I am short. We've got some more, like these are Alpha Team mini sets that I had growing up. There's some like Kabaya promos. This is just a random adventure, or no, Studios Jurassic Park set. So the main reason I was interested in this is because it's got these Dinos heads in the two colors that I didn't have, which are dark gray and black. So just kind of a strange little set. Yeah, the Studios Jurassic Park sets are kind of strange. They're a little janky. So, moving on down here, we've got the newer Blacksmith Shop, which I absolutely love. And then we've got the 2002 Blacksmith Shop designed by Daniel Siskind. And so this is one of the, I think this might actually be the first fan-designed official Lego set, because he was mocking back in like the 90s and maybe even 80s, making his own like castle mocks, and he had just had some of the best stuff out there. You can go find a lot of it on the internet. It's just really impressive. And so Lego reached out to him and asked if like they wanted to do, or actually before that, he had done a limited run of this set where he like sold them on his site. And basically the way he had to do that back in the day was he would have to go buy like, I want to say he bought like the Gungan sub or something like that. Just because it had like a bunch of blue slopes and like a bunch of other random sets, and he would have to part them all out to take the pieces that he needs and then turn them into sets. So they were like incredibly expensive because he's having to pay for the cost of the whole set just to get the pieces that he needs, because this was before Bricklink or Bricks and Pieces. So he did like a limited run of this set, and then Lego reached out to him because it got a lot of love from like the community. And yeah, Gungan subs from clearance. That's the story. Because like that was the only way you could get bulk pieces, and if you need blue pieces for a roof, you would go buy the Gungan sub and part it out. So it's just interesting to think about like the time before Bricklink and Bricks and Pieces and like eBay, before all this stuff was really easily accessible, like on the early internet days, trying to track all this stuff down to make your own stuff. So yeah, Lego reached out to him and was like, hey, what if we, take your design, maybe modify it a little bit and make it an official set? And so he agreed, and I think they worked together on making it an easier to produce like piece library for Lego. So yeah, he has been in the game for a long time. So that's just like a really cool piece of Lego history, and it's so stylized to like the 80s and 90s castle that I loved that I had to get it. So then we got the new like Indiana Jones set, just a cool set, and I wanted it, so I got it. So down here we have these are the two prototype builds from the Ultimate Lego book, which was a book that I grew up like flipping through hundreds of times throughout my childhood, and I was just so entranced by these things. Just the thought of like a white rock monster and like a white roll cage and like an elongated cockpit like this that so I rebuilt them and using like pieces that I could get on Bricklink. These are actually just spray painted, so don't tell anyone. One interesting thing is that I spray painted this outside while it was cold, and so the paint kind of dried with this like gritty texture, and it actually came out really like perfect for a rock monster, because to me just that gritty like white texture on him is exactly what I would imagine a rock monster to be like. So it wasn't intentional, but it worked out really well. Same thing with this. This is spray painted and a little bit of heresy, I know, but these were a lot cheaper. Well, those are still cheap, but these were cheaper. And then this was, I actually designed this in SolidWorks and then like turned it into a 3D print and printed it out and then painted it. So that's how I got the long cockpit there. So yeah. Oh, and then I once we found like the DDI drives that had some of these files here, I recreated that early Rock Raiders logo in Photoshop and then printed it out on sticker paper so that I could actually have it on the model. Because the pictures in the Ultimate Lego book were so low quality that there was no way to see like what that design logo on it was. But once we got the higher resolution stuff, I was able to recreate it and print it out. And so, yeah, I'm very happy with that. This right here is my mock of like the mobile headquarters. So it's got 4 of these vehicle bases put together, as well as 2 cockpits. And then you've got these little like, man, the lighting over here is terrible. I apologize, guys. So you've got like these little control bays on each side, and then you've got all the elements of the Rock Raiders HQ. So you've got the hover scout, you've got the crane, the laser, the ore processing station, and then over here you've got the 2 bins where you can transport all your dynamite and your boulders. And there we've got a little tool store. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put it out here. This one I was really proud of. Just because it had like everything that I wanted a Rock Raider set to have, like the Ultimate Rock Raider set. So you got some tools over here. You've got more dynamite over here. You've got these little bars on the side. And then out slides a little Rapid Rider remake. So this time I used the turquoise skids that came from like a Belleville set. So, yeah. Fun little build there. Can't get it to go back in now. There we go. Alright. So yeah, I got all the cool elements from a Rock Raiders set into one. And it's, again, in that 90s style, so it's a little like simplistic and bulky and angular, but I think that matches the Rock Raiders aesthetic pretty well. All right, so down here we've got the whole original Alpha Team line. I had this one growing up, and I absolutely loved it. This is still one of my favorite like Lego helicopters of all time. And then we've got the Demolition Squad. That one was really fun. It's got some play features with like spring-loaded action and these shooting like bomb pieces. And then got Ogle's like water hover thing. That one was always really cool. I remember getting that at Legoland when I was like 4 or something in California. I went with my granddad. And then Ogle's base, like I said earlier, this is one of my favorite raised base plates of all time. Wow, it does not want to focus in this light. There we go. So it was one of my favorite raised base plates of all time. I never had this build. My friend growing up did. But I never got to see it put together because by the time I got back from England, he had already like torn it into parts and was using the parts for stuff. So finally, I got it when I was a little bit older. like probably in my teens, and then I sold it, and then I bought it back like just a couple months ago because I was like, why did I sell that? So I always regret whenever I sell anything, so I've learned to just never sell anything if I don't have like another copy of it. So that's the only time I really sell Legos now is if I have another copy of it. So up across the top here, we've got all my like bigger boxes, not all of them, but like some of my favorite bigger ones and stuff that's like on the shelves here. Moving over here, we've got Ninja. Flying Ninja Fortress, really cool. Samurai Stronghold, just okay in my opinion. Stone Tower Bridge, also really cool. This was my first like big ninja set, one of my first older sets. Anything vintage sealed? So I do have some sealed stuff, but it's mostly just because I haven't gotten around to reviewing it. So, like, let me see what over here is sealed. Like all this whole pile here is sealed, like that. Yeah, the classic. Elijah, what's up? Oh, Elijah, I wanted to show you since I was showing off earlier when we were on this shelf. I was talking about how you had got me this set, and then I recently found the box for it on eBay, and the box, let me tell you, man, this thing is pristine. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh. So, I'm giving it a worthy home here. So, that one was one I was stoked about. Just got that a couple months back. All right. Let's see. Oh, you must be delayed, Elijah, because you're commenting on stuff I said a while ago. Anyways, so Stone Tower Bridge was one of the first like vintage ninja sets I got. Actually, the first ones I got was these two right here, the Ningpo and the water spider or something like that. Ningpo bat. I forget the names on these, but I remember like once I was probably like 8 or 9 when my uncle showed me eBay, and since I grew up looking at the Ultimate Lego book, I had always loved older Lego sets, and so I was like, hey mom, can I get these two like polybag sets? Because they were like, I don't know, $10 for both of them. And she was like, sure, yeah. And so these are actually the original ones that I've kept with me ever since then. So yeah. And then after that, like a couple birthdays later, I got asked for this one and got it. Yeah, you're way delayed, Elijah. Like 3 or 4 minutes delayed. Anyways, so yeah, then we've got the Emperor Stronghold. This is one that I also always wanted because it had the Ninja Princess, which is just such a cool figure. There we go. Just the white ninja is super cool. And the fact that she was a girl and all the other ones were guys. Epic. So, and then this one's got the Shogun, or sorry, not the Shogun, the Emperor, with just like his really cool barding. And then we've got the Fire Ninja Fortress. This is another one of my favorites, especially the Ninja Master figure. I don't know why, but this figure just really cool to me. And then got some more red ninjas down here. We've got the rolling dragon red ninja thing. This set's kind of stupid. This was the last like main line set that I needed to get because I just did not like it. But it had 2 red ninjas. So these ninja figures are like some of my favorite Lego figures of all time. Then we've got the Robbers Retreat. This one also is just okay in my opinion. I think that if you want like this design philosophy or like this color scheme for the Robbers, I think this is a better set for the price. Like it's got a lot of the same elements, but it's just a lot cheaper. This one just kind of feels a little bit oversized, and like there's not a whole lot going on for the space and piece count. But yeah, I mean, had to get it. Down here we've got the minifigs are amazing, Elijah. So down here we've got the Emperor's Boat, another great set, and then this one was one of my like favorites because my older cousin had this, and every time I would go over to his house, I would always play with this one here, just because you got 2 robbers and a ninja, and like a bunch of treasure pieces and cool stuff. Just a great set. Then we've got the ninja knights. So you've got 2 ninjas, 2 Shogun guys, and the ninja mini heroes. Yeah, I do. We'll go check those out. They're actually in the other room. I don't know why. I think I was setting them up to do like a video on them, but then I was still working on the studio layout, so I didn't get to it yet. But we'll check them out real quick. So here's the ninja mini heroes. These ones are really cool. Again, you've got another ninja princess here in green, and then you've got the regular ninja guy in green. So these are the only way to get these 2 figures. Interestingly, they actually have different torso prints as well, which is cool. These are the same prints as like the gray and black ninjas, but just on green torsos. And then same thing over here. We've got the samurai and these 2, like the old samurai, the young samurai, and then the what is his name? The Shogun Warlord. So these are all same prints as the blue samurai, but they're on red torsos, so that's what makes them exclusive. I think his face print is exclusive or something like that. These are just really, really cool. I love these. And then here we have the Rock Raiders lineup. For some reason, Dox is in this lineup twice. And then we've got the city ones that I just did a review on. This is my most recent video. And then Elijah, I think I sent this to you, the picture already of these boats, not related to Lego, but they're just out. Then we have the Star Wars ones. I mean, this is such a killer lineup. Like, this is some of my favorite Star Wars figures of all time. Like, you've got the OG Darth Maul, OG Darth Vader, OG Boba Fett, OG Scout Troopers. This is actually the same as the Cloud City Han Solo, so he's actually a good bit more expensive. And then like Episode 6 Luke. The only one that's kind of just okay is the battle droids. At least you do get one of these yellow printed ones, the commander droids. But then you just got 2 standard ones. Kind of a lame set, but I wanted to complete the line. So this is all 12 mini heroes sets. So. But yeah, I did have a spot for the guys back here, which is where they were before. And then we have the 4 Kabaya sets. So these are the Japanese exclusive sets. This is another way you can get the White Ninja Princess. So that one's cool. And then there's actually 2 more Japanese promo sets that came with these. And I just like last night found them on the Japanese site that I buy from. So those are on their way. And so those are the very last 2 ninja sets that I need, and so that is the entire ninja line, so everything, even the small little promos and the mini heroes. So very stoked to finally finish this line because it's definitely one of my favorites growing up, although everything's my favorite, which is why I own it. So all right, so now we've got Paradisa and then some town. So we've got these are the Paradisa dolphins that I love so much. They just look so happy. And I love these specialty animal molds. They're some of my favorite Lego pieces ever. Got this little lifeguard. Got the ice cream shop built into the, why am I drawing a blank? Lighthouse. And you got some fun little like printed dish pieces. These are just so cute. Like the pastels, the vaporwave aesthetic, and like the doll life just looks so peaceful. I love these sets so much. And then this pizzeria set was this is the set that inspired the pizzeria in Lego Island, and you can definitely see it there. And this is also one that I had when I was a kid. I got the re-release that they made in 2002. Everything about this, I just love it. I love like the little stickers. I love the little pizza pieces. I love the minifigures. It's just so simple and it works so well. And then we've got the Paradisa Poolside Paradise. So again, this is the same base plate mold as Ogle's base down there, and is one of my favorite designs. And again, just these nice like seafoam green colors. It just looks so great, like the place that I just want to be. Same thing with like these quarter dome pieces. They just look nice. And you got the smaller ones down here. So love it so much. Palm tree piece is iconic. And then down here we've got some more Paradisa. So we've got the Cabana Beach, and we've got the Island Arcade. This was one of the more recent ones I got. Elijah got me this one sealed, actually. He's in the chat right now, so everybody say thank you, Elijah, because this one's such a good little set. You've got the little soft serve ice cream stand up here, and then we've got the this one's like a little windsurfer and a like water. I don't know what this thing would be called. Tiny little vehicle, and then some little chairs for him to hang out. And then we've got the Seaside Cafe. This one is also adorable. You've got like a bunch of minifigures, a bunch of fun little stuff going on. You got the palm tree, you got the, I think that's even printed. Yeah, this cafe piece is printed, which is cool. You've got the little seaside bar there. Did I get you the same set? I genuinely don't remember that. Although that does sound like something I would do since I'm usually finding deals on Lego. Let's see. Down here we've got some more Paradisa. So we've got the Rolling Acres Ranch. This one, the horse theme ones are not like as cool to me. I just, I'm not like a horse guy, which obviously the demographic for these are girls, which is fine. Yeah, that's adorable. So the horse ones are not my favorite. It's still got the cool colors, but like it's just not as idealistic of a life as like the beachside ones that just, man, those are so nice. This restaurant, I did a review on that. That was one of my earliest reviews, pretty bad, but it's there. I just always really liked the town version of like Paradisa sets. So this is like the town aesthetic, but it still looks similar to Paradisa. This one, the little pony like horse carriage show. This one's pretty cool just because it's got the pony piece, which is just such a good piece. And it only came in like 2 Paradisa sets and then was retired, which I don't know why. Oh my gosh, there we go. So it's a single mold, just like the regular horses. Actually, the regular horses are 3 molds that are clipped together, but this one's a single mold. Just cute. So that's my most recent Paradisa purchase. On the floor here, just because I haven't had like places to put them up, is all 12 of the original mini Star Wars sets. So these are like the mini kits from the Complete Saga, if you've played that game growing up. Just really cool. So we've got some of my favorites here, like the Star Destroyer, the Millennium Falcon. For whatever reason, I just love this snow speeder. It's so small and so detailed and just perfect. Same thing with the Jedi Starfighter and the X-Wing are just really cool. My least favorites are, where did it go? The ATTE, yeah, this one's just bad in my opinion. The proportions are all wrong. It's a little too, it looks like a beetle, honestly. But not like it doesn't look like the actual, like, model. This one looks a little bit too much like a dog. Like, more so than it should, in my opinion. Like, the middle's a little too chunky. The front's a little too spindly and wide. The legs are just awkward and thin. So I don't like that one very much. But yeah, I mean, it's a good wave overall, and I was recently able to get the 8 that I didn't have, which was, I had these ones for a while. And I had some of them growing up, but I never owned all 12, so I finally got those. All right. And then we've got the Adventurers corner. So this is every single Adventurer set. So like, again, when I say every single one, I'm very thorough. I'm talking about like all minifigure packs, all retail sets, all promo sets, everything like that. I'm always very thorough about what I get. So we've got the Jungle line down here. So the Amazon Jungle Ruins, one of my favorites. A friend gave me this like probably 20 years ago at this point. Maybe not that long, but close to that long ago, and I've kept it ever since because it was just like the best gift ever. He was just like, hey, I'm growing out of Lego. Do you want these? And I was like, I will never grow out of Lego, and that stayed true. So then we've got like Achu, the Jungle Raft, Pip and Reed with the Sun Disc, and then the side build for the blimp. The what? The Chupa Chups Orient Expedition polybags? No, it wasn't Chris Elijah. So poly bags, like if it's like supplemental part poly bags, I don't really consider those sets because they're just like they don't have instructions, like they're accessory kits basically. If I ever saw them, I would get them, but I don't consider those to be sets, just in my opinion, like for my definition of completing a line. But that's a good point. I do not have those. And then up here we've got the Jungle River Cruise. So this has got the steamboat, which I just love, and then the gorilla looking like ruins. Just this was one of the first like big sets that I got as a kid. I must have been like 3 or 4. I remember my older brother helping me build it, and just such a classic set. Like there's so much play value here. And then we've got the pontoon boat and the jungle shrine. This was the last jungle set that I needed to get, and I just got it like a couple months back because for some reason. Yeah, I know the ones that you're talking about, Norlego. I just like, I don't know. To me, they're not anything that I need to get. Yeah, and they're very rare. There's just like, I don't know. To me, it's not that appealing to have. And then we have Orient Expedition. So here is the entire Everest wave. So you've got the little promo set, like the impulse purchase. Got the Yeti hideout. Got the main build, the Temple of Mount Everest. Then you got the blimp. And this one, another one of my favorites that I brought with me everywhere, was the skeleton tomb set with Sam Sinister. Then we've got the India portion. So you've got Tigira's Roar. You've got the Jungle River like cruise thing. This one's cool because it's got so many pieces, like the crocodile. You got this boat mold. You got the Achu headdress. You got a bunch of gems and a bunch of like accessories like guns and dynamite. So just perfect little set. Then we've got the elephant caravan back there. These elephants are so cool. They're very expensive now. Actually, they've kind of stabilized, so they're not too crazy expensive. They're like $30 a piece. And then you've got this is another one of the impulse purchase sets. And then of course the I'm glad you got them. Yeah, I love these sets. So yeah, the Scorpion Palace. Yeah, I do have all the game pieces. They're in the box though for that one. And the game doesn't really function very well, if at all. So it's kind of slapdash. Not a big fan of it. Probably the best set in the line, honestly. Even though this one's more nostalgic for me, this one I think is just a better build overall. It's fantastic. The Dragon's Fortress. And then we've got the Emperor's Boat, another really cool one. And then Passage of Junchi, another little impulse purchase. And then the biplane set, which is the same as this build down here, just color swapped. So that one's Johnny Thunder's biplane. This is Sam Sinister's biplane. Oh, did I just lose connection real quick there? It gave me some warnings. Anyways, I think we're back. So yeah, there we go. All 15 adventure sets. And then we've got the Egypt sets. So we've got the Temple of Anubis, or Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins, whatever you want to call it. And then we've got the mummy sarcophagus case that 2 sets came with, actually. But they both also had versions without it, so I just went ahead and got one. And then we've got the Scorpion tracker and the biplane here. Then in the back here, we've got this really cool little piece that came from Legoland California. So get this down here so we can see it. So this is a glued model that they sold in the stores, I believe, from my understanding. So it's got Johnny Thunder glued on there. It says Land of Adventure, Legoland California, Spring 2008. And then it's got this little archway and then this hieroglyphic obelisk. So just a really cool little model that's all glued down. So, and then this was a Land of Adventure brick that Slugger sent me just because he found it. And I was like, hey, that's cool. So I appreciate him doing that. Yeah, 2008. I was only able to find like one picture of it online that had it complete. Because when I originally got it, this section here, this little archway was broken off. And so I had to find a picture of like what was supposed to be there, and you can see like the little glue marks where it used to be. So I guess whoever owned it before broke it off. But yeah, I found a picture of what it's supposed to look like, so that was the only part that I had to rebuild, but I was able to get all the pieces on Bricklink and no trouble there. So yeah, surprisingly, I don't know how this came off, but Johnny Thunder didn't because he's actually still glued on there just by his one like leg. So don't want to mess with it too much. But yeah, that's one of my favorite little like rarities that I've got up here. All right, so moving on, we've got the, yeah, I know I did Orient Expedition, but I still need to do all these other sub themes of adventures, but like I need to review everything in this room, so there's a lot to be done still. 1 second. Man, we are on 2 hours for this stream. Thanks y'all for stopping in. I didn't know if anybody would come by considering it's 4th of July. I figured people would be out, but I guess this is what us LEGO fans do in our free time. So, man, I'm getting like hoarse from talking so much too. I don't know how much longer I can keep going. But we'll try to make it through everything. So, Sphinx Seeker Surprise, another one of my personal favorite, like all time. It's just such a good set. It's got so much play value. Again, it's the same base plate as the, man, you're not wrong, Thrill House. It is way too hot outside. Every time I go out, since I'm in Georgia, it's like 90% humidity and it's like 91 degrees and I'm just baking and I'm like, I don't want to be here. So, yeah, it's the same base plate as the Paradisa Poolside Paradise and Ogle's headquarters down there. So again, another one of my favorite base plate designs. Very cool. And then we've got the Desert Expedition. Welcome back, Joey. This is the only one that I'm missing the propeller and a wheel for. I just haven't made the Bricklink order, but the rest of the set is here, and I have the instructions, so I still count it. Then we've got Johnny Thunder's car, just a tiny little like impulse set. Same thing with Sam Sinister's car and Harry Kane. Harry Kane. I can't talk. These were shell promo sets. So then we've got Oasis Ambush, another cute little set. Then we've got the Valley of the Kings down here. This is a really weird set, and that's the one that came with the mummy sarcophagus. This one also had a version that came with the sarcophagus. Yes, that's what I was just saying. My voice is getting real tight. I've been talking for 2 hours straight, but I'm hanging in there. And I talk very fast, so I apologize for that, but that's just how I am, especially when it's things that I'm interested in. So talking about LEGO, I just happen to talk very quickly and say a lot of things. So yeah, Valley of the Kings here. This is a really weird one. It does come with these yellow parrots, which are quite expensive now. They were on a pirate ship, but it only had one, so this set needs 2 of them, so kind of annoying to track down. And yes, my autism is showing. So this is the mummies, whatever, the box that I had over there. This is the actual copy that I got off Craigslist like 20 years ago at this point. Then we've got the Kabaya promos. So this one here, and then these 3 are all Kabaya promos. And this one's like shockingly similar to this setup here. But these are actually different sets with different set numbers. So yeah, Japanese exclusive promos. And then we've got this set here, this is Dr. Kilroy's car, along with the door and Sam Sinister's car are a separate set, 2995 and 2996, and then Johnny Thunder by himself. But there was also a combo pack that you could get in the magazines that had all 3 of these sets together, sort of as like a single set. So I keep them together because of that. Lost Tomb, is that one? Yeah, that one, Like, if you're gonna get that set, I would just save your money and get the Sphinx Secret Surprise, honestly. The only reason I have this one is to complete the line and because I got it for like $10, so it doesn't really affect me. That one right there, yes. That one is also kind of janky. This one here and that one there are like pretty janky builds. Yeah, the jungle, Norlego, the jungle sets are hard to come by pretty much anywhere. I know that they are more common in North America, but they still are pretty rare over here. So yeah, I don't blame you for not having those. This one, I mean, I'm telling you guys, like this stuff, I got this and it's genuinely like it had been built once and then put back into the box untouched with the box for $70 back in 2017. Like there was a time when this stuff was just not desired. So it's just wild to see because now this is like a $300 to $400 set in the box, which is stupid. It's not that good of a set. Like I would get this one if you're gonna spend like $150. Like get that one. Same thing with that one. That one was like $50 back in 2017 with the box, and the box is like gorgeous condition. I don't know where mine is right now. I think it's actually in here. Yeah, it's in there. I tend to nest my boxes like that to save space. So just interesting having been in this hobby for so long to see how things like that change. Like this, suddenly people were like, oh wait, that's actually really rare and I should like spend a lot of money on it, which is what's happening now. Yeah, Orient Expedition wasn't too expensive either. I remember being bummed out that I had to spend $110 on that in 2017, and it came with the box and all the game pieces, and now, again, that's like a $300 to $400 set. So, yep, just the way it goes. I mean, this one, too, was like $70 in box. Yeah, COVID absolutely destroyed prices on all of this, which is really annoying. But I guess I'm lucky that I've just kept this stuff with me. Like, my parents never sold off all our Lego. And I've managed to keep all this together, and I've been like slowly buying it over, like ever since I got a job and had disposable income. I was like, all that money just goes into Lego. It's not probably not the most financially sound decision, but I sure am happy with my decision. So moving on, we've got the last wave here, which is Dino Island. So we've got the T-Rex transport, which has got the big barge, and then the cage, like whatever, the steam powered car. I'm losing my words now. This set's kind of mid in my opinion. Like I think that if you're gonna get a boat, a steamboat, again, this one's just better, and this one just kind of is all over the place. I don't think it had the piece count or the size to go like to accomplish what it was going for, and so I think that it's a little too stripped back. Yeah, everybody's saying that it is financially responsible. I mean, it's like with how much these things have appreciated, if I ever decide that I don't want all this, I will have like made money basically, so like I'm not too worried about it. But it's like I don't want these things to make money, I just want them because I like them. So I never make a profit if I never sell them. So that's kind of where I'm at. So yeah, we've got the Island Hopper, which this one was one of the last Dino Island sets I needed to get, and it shocked me with how good it is. Like this is just a really solid like plane set, very like bulky and feels good, and like it's got these hinged wings here that can fold up. It's a pontoon, so just a really cool set. Elijah, that's hilarious. And then we've got the other four Kabaya promos. So this one and these three right here are also Kabaya promos. So Dino Island and Egypt had a set of promo Kabaya promos. Yeah, Island Hopper is a sleeper set or a sleeper hit. I agree. Very, very good. And then we've got the Trapper set with the Stegosaurus and the Spinosaurus, or whatever those are. I forget. My brain is cooked right now. So this one I also don't really like. It's just not that good of a design. There is play value there, and I probably would have enjoyed it as a kid, but I think that if you're gonna get any Dino Island set, the clear winner is the Dino Research compound down here. There's just so much play value and so much, like, it looks cooler to display. It's got the big old T-Rex. It's got the Stegosaurus, the Spinosaurus, or what are these? Why can I not remember what that one's called? Is that a Stegosaurus? Is that a Spinosaurus? Am I losing it? You got the Pteranodon up there on the tree. You've got this really cool biplane, like this, that drops like nets to capture. These are the villains' biplanes. And then you've got this like old-timey car that Johnny Thunder, like the whole Adventures line, does so well. I really like that. And then over here we have the like Pteranodon and Mike set. Triceratops? That's the word. Why couldn't I remember Triceratops? I'm literally like 2 hours of talking, man. It's doing me in. And then we've got these four. These are other little like Impulse promo-ish sets, but they were released in North America. So Adventures had a lot of promo sets, like these small Impulse purchases. I mean, we got the same thing for Jungle. It's like half the Jungle line is these small sets. So like this one, and this one are all these little poly bags. And then we've got Sam Sinister's Racer, just a classic little set. I love this one. We'll just call him Mike. Yeah, Mike down there. And this one is featured in LEGO Racers 2, so that's a really cool little nod to that. And, or rather the other way around, they used it in the game. So that is all of Adventures, the entire wave. Yeah, the Impulse purchases were great. I remember the this one right here, the raft one. My brother got that for like a party favor at one of his like pool parties when we were kids, and I was like, that's the coolest gift you could possibly give out at it's like a party favor. I was so stoked about that. I don't think I even got one because it was his party, but like, yeah. I really love this shelf here, specifically of like these ones, and then Rock Raiders over here, Paradisa, Zalix, like all the good stuff. Alpha Team, Western, Pirates, Life on Mars, like a universe. Like it's just, this is like my dream come true. This is what I've been working towards for the past like 23 years or so. So yeah, very cool to see it finally coming together. Got all this random junk on the floor that I was like, this is just stuff that I had been building recently. So the Ultimate Space Battle, again, my brother had that growing up. He had like all the episode 3 sets, and then I got them eventually. I actually bought them from him when I was an adult at some point, and then I traded them in, and I'm an idiot and regret it. But so I'm slowly getting them back. So this one was a Target exclusive, and in fact, here's the box over here. So yeah, Target exclusive. It has the in racers, like the Drome Racers. I don't have any Drome Racers, I don't think. I mean, I liked it enough when I was growing up, but I don't really own any. So yeah, this one I traded into a Lego store near me back in 2017, which, like, again, I do regret trading in a lot of stuff, but every time I did that, I would put that money towards other sets. So like the same stuff that I was buying in 2017, like that for $70 or that for $50, or like Django's Slave one I got for $50 in 2017. So like I was putting that money towards more Lego sets. So I don't know that I fully regret it. Like that's money that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't sold these, but I do still want to get them back at some point. So like this one, I got really, really lucky. In 2020, I found somebody had just listed on Facebook Marketplace this set for $40. So it's like a $200 to $300 set now in box, and like they were like brand new. I mean, you can see the finish on that. The sticker sheet hadn't even been applied, so like that's how new we're talking here. So I got really lucky with getting this set back. Like I sold the one that had the box already, and then I was able to find it again later. So, and then this one, another personal fave that I had this set and my brother had this set just because we were so stoked about like 5 lightsabers in one set. As a kid, that's like mind-blowingly awesome. Back in 2005, before that was a hard thing to get, and so we both got that set. And General Grievous is just a cool minifigure. So this is another one that I traded in, but I paid up for this one recently. It was probably like $80, which is way more than I needed to spend, but it's such a nostalgic set that I had to get it. So there's that. Let's see. Other episode 3 stuff, like Vader's transformation. This one is one of the ones that I had as a kid, so I just parted it back together, and just a cool little set. Way too overpriced now, as all the episode 3 stuff is. This was another really, really cool set. I mean, this one's so nostalgic for me as well. And just last night, I had one of these extra clones with the red markings on it. And so I was like, I wonder if I could build back an extra clone walker. So I went to my parts bucket and I pulled out an entire another one. So yeah, Elijah, I'm the same way about Revenge of the Sith sets. Like, I can't believe that I traded like the Wookiee Catamaran, the clone turbo tank, the droid like battle on Kashyyyk. I don't know why I did it. I'm working on it though. I'm almost got the Wookiee like droid, the Wookiee and droid dual set back together. So yeah, I was like 9 when it came out. It's so good. I did have the turbo tank pumpkin, but I traded that one in as well. I need to get it back. Oh yeah, Elijah, there's that video of us playing with the Ultimate Duel set with Darth Vader, Anakin, and Obi-Wan, where they're on the little like, God, those stupid like Technic Axle pieces that did not work at all. That's one that I don't even know that I want anymore, but like I might get the minifigures just because they light up, and that's kind of cool. This is one thing that I found recently that was like a complete fluke. An eBay lot with a bunch of these episode 3 clones had these in blue, which I learned after a while was the color that they appeared in the video game. So like normally these guys are like green in that set that they came in, the Wookiee Catamaran, but in the original Lego Star Wars, who's asking? Oh, yeah. Hi, Ryan. Yeah, in the original Lego Star Wars game, but the one thing was I never liked the light-up figs. Yeah, the light-up figs are kind of a gimmick, and I wasn't too crazy about them, which is why I don't hugely regret selling those, but I'll probably get them just because they're collectible and they're cool. It's like it's gimmicky, but like, at this point, I have so much Lego stuff that I might as well just get them. But yeah, so these were like customs that I like. They're pad printed. They're like amazing, like so cool to have them in blue in this old color scheme. So, yep. Got 2 of those in a random lot that the seller didn't even know where they came from. I think I tracked down where they came from, but I can't find a specific name on them. So, anyways. Moving on, what do we have over here? So that's all my episode 3 stuff right now. Over here, we have Pepper's skateboard challenge. This is another one that a friend down the street had that I always wanted. I actually did review this because it was sealed. So you can find that review on my channel. Then we have the Ninja's Fire Fortress box. This is another one I got at the Lego store near me back in 2017. When I was, I think it was literally like the same time that I was trading in all my episode 3 stuff, I got that. So, you know, it is what it is. This one's really beat up, but the Emperor's Stronghold box, and I've got some other random stuff in there. So, a bunch of random extra ninja stuff. All right. We're getting through it. Man. So sometimes you just forget how much Lego you have until you try to like document it all. I just realized this whole live stream will be great for insurance purposes when I need to insure all this, which I need to go ahead and do that. But man, it's hard to find insurance for collectibles like this, especially random stuff. This is just cute, good vibes. Reminds me of Lego Island. One of the more recent sets being 10 years ago at this point, but it had Benny in it, so I wanted to get it. Yep, sometimes I do buy modern Star Wars, so we've got the Bounty Hunter Battle Pack, got the Mandalorian Battle Pack, another random one, Coastal Cutter. Not too crazy about this one, but again, it was cheap, and it's in mostly nice condition other than that rip, but yeah. This is another one that I got. It was open, but the bags inside were sealed. Again, I don't really like 90s Space, but since it was like 25 bucks, I figured I might as well get it and review it. All right, Joey, see you later. Thanks for dropping in. Let's see. So here we have Aqua Sharks. Yeah, Aqua Sharks. And Divers, cute little diver set. This one was one that I got, like, again, once I discovered eBay in like the mid 2000s, and I convinced my mom to like go on eBay and buy me stuff. I got this combo pack that was like a sealed set that had both of these. And so I played with that a ton. I lost all the pieces. They got all like beat to crap and everything. So a couple years back, I found like a new sealed one. And so these ones were sealed, and then I reviewed them. Oh, sorry, I'm missing chat. Let me go back to it. Welcome back, Blue Dragon. Any love for insectoids? Is it okay if I say no? Like, not really. I have the Kabaya promo insectoid sets. I do like the minifigures for the most part, but the sets themselves are not that interesting. Like, I had the big base and the arachnoid base or whatever, and I sold that because I just didn't really care for it. So, anyways, I've got the whole Arctic line here, including this is one of the unreleased sets that was like an extra sled by itself. So that's cool. You can just part it out. It's not like I found a prototype. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of insectoids, honestly. I'm not a big fan of any 90s Space. If I had to pick one 90s Space theme to save, it would definitely be Ice Planet. But I would definitely scrap the Ice Planet base. Oh, the Insectoids Mask promo. Yeah, I passed on one of those on eBay not too long ago. That's one of those things where it's like strange and unique, and I might get it at some point, but yeah, haven't done that. Then we've got this Arctic Expedition set. This one was sealed. Did a review on that one. This is one that I just got recently. My friend got it sealed, I think, or something like that, and didn't want the box, so he gave me the box. And so I finally just a couple weeks ago got the actual set to go with it. So that was the last Arctic set that I needed. Here is the Arctic base. I got this one sealed. This one I got sealed in 2018. I did a review of that one. This one really holds up in a way that I didn't expect it to. It's as good as I imagined it in my head when I was younger, since I never owned that one. I think the only Arctic sets I owned was the little polybag snow scooter and then these two. So I was able to get everything else not too long ago, being 6 years ago at this point, but time is a blur once you become an adult. All right. Oh yeah, some of the other sealed stuff I have. So this one was hugely nostalgic. I had this when I was in England. This one was not sealed. This was this is the Mini Heroes collection. Yeah, the Arctic sets are very nice. I didn't know it was influenced by the Bill and Ride. That's cool to learn. Let's see. This one is featured in LEGO Racers 2, and my brother also had this one growing up, so I like that one. That one's sealed. I'll need to review it at some point. Yeah, Thrill House, the Green Ninjas. I don't know if you saw it earlier. We were in that room. I was showing off all the you know what? I'll just show you again, just real quick. All the mini heroes. Since I guess you missed that one, but this one was a line that I just recently completed a couple weeks ago. So we've got all the Star Wars ones, and it's not focusing. All the Ninja ones, all the Rock Raiders ones, and then all the City ones. So all 12 of them. And this is one of those lines where they were cheap, and then COVID hit, and then everybody realized that they're actually really hard to find. Even like the easier to find ones, like these ones are like more than they should be in my opinion, like 20 to 30 now. But then that's when Chief went insane to like $400. But thankfully I still had my 2 Chiefs from childhood. And then like these are like $200. These are like $300. It's kind of insane. Like even the Rock Raiders ones that were always available for like $20 a piece are now like 50 to 80 for no reason. Like same thing with these ones. These are like over 100. This is over 100. So, or these 3 and then these 3. So, Bricksmith, woo! Welcome to the stream. So yeah, that was one that I just recently finished, and I'm glad to be done with it because these are way too expensive for what you get. They do look very nice though, so I like those. All right, back to the boxes. Showing off my junk, my random junk. So we've got Castle over here. I don't know why this one's over here. All my Castle stuff is over there. Magista's Workshop, they just did the re-release of this one, or the remake. It doesn't have as much charm as the original one. The original has like such a good like little interior and build. And then we've got Rock Raiders, so the Loader Dozer, the Chrome Crusher. I owned the Chrome Crusher box like forever ago, but it never had the inner tray, so it was always flattened. But this one I finally got the yellow tray and the actual insert. So that one's cool. Very nice condition. Gosh. This one right here, these are the ones that I was talking about earlier. This was designed by Chris Giddens, so I got him to sign it. And then this one was designed by Mark Sandlin, so I also got him to sign it. This one's sealed, just because these were like pretty reasonably priced secondhand. And then what's funny is I ordered this one on eBay, and it was like used but in good condition. And he actually sent me another one of these sealed. So I was like, hey man, cool and all that it's sealed, but like I already have this set. Can you send me the one I paid for? And he's like, actually just keep it and I'll send you the other one. I was like, okay. So now I have 2 of these. So I'll probably review one and keep one sealed just because that one's already got the signature on it. So yeah. Got some Islanders, so King Kahuka. This one was sealed, and then I opened it, and I didn't film a review for it, unfortunately. We got some more Islanders. So we've got 3 sets in here. We've got the Catamaran, King Kahuka's island, and then like the Enchanted, whatever, I forget what this is called, Forbidden Cove. So those 3 are in there. I've just got boxes everywhere. Yeah, it is like a vintage Lego museum, and that's why I have spent 2.5 hours now just documenting everything. I love this, I love what I've been able to accumulate for Lego, especially because it's so focused on vintage stuff. I only have like a handful of sets that are from past the year 2005. The most underrated set I own. I'd really have to think about that for a long, long time, so I don't want to pause the stream to give you an answer there. I mean, we were talking about the Island Hopper earlier. I do think that one's very underrated. I would have said this one, but now it's appropriately rated considering it's like $150. I don't know. Yeah, that's tough to say. Out of all of this, I mean, I think Zalix in general is underrated, but then you've got Ghost, and he's insanely overpriced, so I don't know that he's underrated. I think a lot of Life on Mars is underrated. I think, you know what? I do really think that the Dino Research Compound is underrated compared to the other adventure sets, especially the big sets. This is $300 to $400. This other wave is $300 to $400. Yeah, Bricksmith Jackstone is underrated. This one's $200, and then for some reason this one's $80. And so I'm like, guys, this is still a really cool set. This, in my opinion, that seems like it should be breaking 100 by this point, but it's underrated. So Yeah, Life on Mars is underrated. Although Life on Mars has been getting some love recently, like I've seen a lot of people be picking that up, and the prices are kind of getting more expensive. Which I mean, that's the problem. Is like when I say it's underrated, I mean that it's like cheap and it's obviously not selling as well as I think that it should. But then if it starts selling well and then like people start wanting it, then it just gets expensive, and then that's stupid too. Like that's the same thing that happened with Rock Raiders. Like nobody wanted Rock Raiders until Slugger started talking about it really, which also just happened to coincide with when it turned like 20, which is usually when people that grew up on something go back to reacquire it. So that's natural to see that tick up like that. But his coverage certainly popularized it more in like the Lego mainstream, so to speak. And so like this started going crazy as well. Like this set here was always like a $40-$50 set, and then now it's like close to 200. So it's like just, you know, this too. This was like a $15 to $20 set for the longest time. Same thing with the Loader Dozer. Chrome Crusher was like 30 to 40. Like, so yeah, that's what happens when like underrated Lego becomes appropriately rated, is it just gets way more expensive. So I don't know that I really want to wish that on any other sets, because I want everybody to be able to afford Lego. This is like a vintage 70s set, kind of just basic bricks. Obviously the GOAT, I mean, these two sets are iconic. The original X-Wing, I love this set so much. Like, this is such a nice box. I'm very lucky to find that. And then the Republic gunship, amazing. I mean, it's got those original Phase 1 clones, which are just top tier in my opinion. It's got Jedi Bob. It's got the like metallic blue super battle droids. So, yep, love that set. Just got that one like last year. I had to pay up for it, but like it was so worth it, considering like how hard it is to find these without like broken limbs and like dirty and yellowed clones. Like these guys are pristine. So yeah, I paid a lot, but I do not regret it at all, because man, it's such a good set. And we've got Jedi Bob over there, if you can see him. There we go. So yeah, I think we're almost done with this side. Yeah, Chrome Blue Super Battle Droid is incredible. I hate that they're like 80, like 60 to 80 if they're unbroken in that condition, which is just stupid. This is the Sidewalk Cafe that Elijah got me. That one was sealed. The Paradisa Lifeguard. Got some more of these mini hero boxes. Some of these were sealed. Most of them weren't. We got Biker Bob. This is like a 60s or 70s house. And we've got a combo set here. So I love these like 3-in-1 sets. So you got 3 city sets there. Just real cute. Got my Rakshi box, my Borak box, my, what is this, Pohatu? Yeah, Pohatu box. Some random other little sets around here, like some space sets, 90 space. My brother had this one as a kid, and I remember seeing these like little wing pieces knocking around in our Lego bucket for years, but I never like saw the actual set built when I was a kid. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I should get that. We got these mini dinos. This is just a random set that I had in England as a kid, and so I found a sealed one for like $10, so I figured why not. Got some more Aquazone, Aqua Sharks, stuff like that. Got another Paradisa box. Some of these stuff are like, these are all on the shelves anyways, so the boxes are just loose down here. Like this is sealed. This is a cute little 90s set. This is sealed, although I have the open one, so I don't really need to open this. So I don't know why I have it, but I do. Got the Surf Shack. Definitely got those 90 vibes. Once I get like a final setup for this, I'll probably put it with those sets over there. Let's see. These are Kabaya promos. So like these ones right here. These are 3 Dinosaur Kabaya promos. These are Extreme Team Kabaya promos. These are Studios Kabaya promos. These are the Insectoids Kabaya promos. And then the Technic Kabaya promos. So I'm really going all in on Kabaya promos right now. This is that, I don't even know what this one's called, the Invader, the Blacktron Invader, I think. This is the one that they just remade for the FOMO of the year, or whatever, the FOMO of the week that they're working on for re-release sets that are only available for a limited time if you spend a certain amount of money. So this is the original. I don't even like it. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes you just have a lot of Legos. This one's a real cute one from the 80s, still sealed, Steam Shovel. I don't even know that I want to open this, honestly. I mean, it's such a small, simple set, but it's like so cute in its box that I don't know. Another one, this is the oldest set that I, like, sealed set that I own. This one's from 1977. This is a homemaker set. So, just a little fireplace there. Pretty cute. I like that it has the red minifig heads as like a vase and then like legs for that log holder or whatever. This one's sealed. This one actually, I might open this just because I don't even have it loose, so I need that to complete my Lego collection, or my castle collection. And then we've got this Japanese promo set, Coca-Cola, so it's got a polar bear in there, as well as a Santa Claus, and then some like Coca-Cola stickers, and then the back here even folds out to create a little snowscape. This one's sealed, even though I have it loose here. I'll probably still open this and review it because it was cheap. This one's sealed. I don't know. It was cheap. I don't even want it, but there it is. This one's sealed, which needs to be reviewed. Island Extreme Stunts. I will review that. This is one that I got recently with the box with like the combo pack. So these combo pack boxes. Yeah, I don't want to keep them sealed. That's the thing, is like I want to review them. It's just my review space over there is not up to snuff right now. So I want to get that properly set up so I can do good reviews that will be what I'll be happy with forever. So sheer willpower. It's just because I know that once I open these, like I need to be filming it, or else it, what's the point of buying it sealed if I'm not going to share opening it? So, yeah, this one was a hard one to get. The largest dinos, yeah, I do have those over there. We'll get to them. This was another combo pack. This one was kind of hard to find. Just getting the boxes for these is always a challenge, so I like them though. And we've got, this is the box for the Paradisa, or not the Paradisa, the town set that's on display with Paradisa. This is another one that I found open box but sealed. I was stoked about that. And yeah, so I did a review on that one. I literally got it, I said in the review I got it for like close to the price of a original one. It was literally like $50 for a sealed one, which is like crazy. I mean, that's worth so much more than that. So that's why, usually that's what I do with my sealed sets, is I won't buy them unless they're close to the cost of a used one, in which case I don't feel bad about opening them because I'm not spending like hundreds of dollars to open these sealed sets. I'm spending like what I normally would on a used one, so that's why I always open my sealed sets. And also they're Legos that are designed to be built and enjoyed, so I don't want to leave them in the box forever. This is my Galaxy Explorer, as well as a bunch of extra base plates, especially like raised base plates and stuff like that. This is the Imperial Trading Post. This is one of the best, like, it's hard to say, but that's probably like the best pirate set, like, full stop. I think it's better than, that's hard to say if it's better than the Black Seas Barracuda, actually, but they're just different, so that one's incredible. I love it so much. Yeah, Norlego, you commented on the McTorns, I think. I did a review on these. They were all sealed when I got them, so I unboxed them. There's my MOC. There's some power miners. Don't really care for them. These are the the base plate mountain. It really is. It's so stupid. Like, these are all so expensive now. Like, I don't know, but I just love them, so I just keep them. Oh, this is the fourth printing, like the fourth print variant of my favorite base plate. So, like, this is the same one that they use in the Paradisa set and Ogle set right there, and Sphinx Secret Surprise set. And so this one was this was only in a like parts set, so it was like a creator set that had some basic bricks with it. But I didn't, obviously I don't need the basic bricks, so I just went and bought the base plate itself. So now I have all 4 versions of that base plate. Speaking of that, there is also this one here. So same type of thing, where this was only in a parts pack. So it's very similar to this Dark Forest layout, where it's got the like the raised ridge here, but it doesn't have this little section here. And instead of being smooth here, it's studded all the way through. So pretty interesting that they made like a unique mold entirely for that one set that was just a basic parts set, and then never used that for anything else. So, because I mean, I imagine that these raised base plate molds are not at all cheap. So I don't know why you would want to create a whole new one just for a basic set. So, yeah. Pretty neat little lore there. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we were talking about these. These are the supplementary packs for Classic Castle. So in between 1978, when they released their first wave of Classic Castle, which was the theme with Cheese Castle, although it's all covered up now. I'm making a mess of my room here. So with that wave, where they've got the visors that are like the rubber kind. Yes, Luke, I am still going. 2.5 hours in. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. See if my phone's gonna die. We still got a little bit of time. We'll keep going. So yeah, so in between 1978 and 1984, before they released like the Lion Knights and the Black Falcons and all like the more like the updated wave of Castle, they did some like Castle figure packs. So the horses didn't come with these, but these were the figures, and they were basically just like I think it was just getting rid of excess minifigure stock that they had. And so tracking these down, since there's like 4 visors in that set and 2 visors in that set, was quite a pain, but I wanted to do it to have all the supplementary packs too. Then we've got this, like, what is it, acrylic? 3D or something like that, like a 3D frame that's in there. I think that was like Legoland or something. I've also got this Legoland keychain with the Lego Maniac, and I mean, maybe that's Ollie, but it doesn't really look like Ollie. So there's the gunship. There's my Life on Mars MOC. Random Lego Star Wars clock. Fright Nights, what's it called? Playing cards. So these are all like Fright Night themed. So I got these from Japan. Pretty interesting. And then we've got the Lego House exclusive Captain Redbeard build. My buddy got to visit the Lego headquarters last year, and so he brought back like 20 of these and sold them to a bunch of us, like of his friends. So I was fortunate to be able to get the opportunity to buy that from him. And it was basically like at cost, so that was really nice of him to do. And then Dig Those Dinos promo. I think this was Legoland California, like late 2000s type promo. So just a little bit of a bigger minifigure. His head and arms move, but his legs do not. So you would like dig these up in the dinosaur exhibit or something like that. More random junk. Like, so these are kids meal toys that were at Legoland California. So there's 3 of them, and so I've got all 3 of them. Still sealed. So this is a fake Lego. So, yep. And then, okay, we are we're getting there. So, kind of the last like corner over here. Yeah, that's fake. Don't worry. I see immediately after the O comes in. Yeah, that is fake. Which, I mean, I do have like 3 Pirates of the Caribbean sets over there. So I probably would get it if it wasn't like $400, but I'd rather spend that money on vintage stuff at this point. So these are more Kabaya promos. This one and this one are actually the same as the North American release. This one right here is a completely different model. The North American one had the octopus and ogles like underwater henchmen. So I don't know why they made another like sub for this one, but that's what they did in Japan. Yeah, I should be in the Olympics with this stamina. Almost 3 hours of Lego streaming. I didn't really plan for it to be this long, but I mean, we're here now, so we might as well keep going. These are the Lego Racers Kabaya promos. I had this one as a kid, which I have the North American release over there as well. Yeah, the Droid Tri-Fighter, that one's with the Ultimate Space Battle. We were showing that earlier, the boxes over there too. So I had that one as a kid. My brother had this one. We never owned these two since I don't know that these were released in like America or England, but I had to get these because I love that set. And they were cheap. We've got the Dino Island boxes. These are just a bunch of like 90s, so like space stuff, town stuff. Yeah, I do have like way too much Lego knowledge. My wife hears about it nonstop, so she knows like way more about Lego than the average Lego fan, and it's like the most niche stuff. UK review of the sets from your time there. Yeah, I'm not sure if I could like separate out all of my like which ones specifically I got in the UK or not. Like I know like that one I did, but obviously it wasn't the Japanese release. And I know that like the robot, the blue robot set over there. And actually I can show that one. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. So like this one is from the UK, and I know that because my brother had it over there, but also it doesn't have the part count. So like that's one way to tell the difference between a North American release. So like all the North American boxes have the part count on the front. These don't, the European releases don't have it on there at all, so. All right. So yeah, Dino Island. We already showed the sets, but these are the boxes that I had. This one was sealed, that one was sealed. I have reviews of those. Oh yeah, the little robots, yeah. I had those earlier. So yeah, that's all that. And then the big box for the research compound is up there. Let's see. Yeah, there's like vintage pirate stuff in there. Random studio sets, some X-Pods from the later waves. I'm missing one from each of the later waves, so I need to finish those at some point. This is my favorite little oddity to show everybody. This is my Spybots, and I don't know if I've shown this on my YouTube channel, but I've definitely shown this in like Discord chats and stuff like that. The Spybotics. So this is like an early 2000s wave of like remote controlled that you could hook up to the computer and like go on missions and stuff like that. They're really cool. But they released a Coke can 35mm camera. So it's like a disguise camera. This is one of my favorite pieces in my collection just in general. So it flips up there, and it's like an old film camera, so... Yeah, Chuck, you've seen this, I know, in Slugger stream last year. Let me show everybody else. So you got I always forget how to open it. There we go. So that opens up. That's where you put the film. I actually haven't ever tried it, and I don't know why. Like, I need to just order a film reel to check it out. But yeah. Pretty interesting. Not cola. And it's like appropriate. You know what? I have a soda can. So here's the comparison. So it's like appropriately sized and dimensioned for a soda can. So pretty cool. And especially to find it like with the box like this, is just extra cool. Like a lot of the time I see these loose, or actually I don't really see these for sale at all, but to find it with the box and like the little instruction sheet in there is really cool. Yeah. So more instructions. I just have instruction overflow. These are all like my damaged parts. I can't bring myself to like throw away Lego, so if it's like sun faded or horribly damaged, I just throw it in this bag, and then I don't have to throw it away, but I don't have to see it in my boxes. So that's my solution for that. But like odds are I will never use any of those pieces, so it's kind of stupid, but that's how I am. Let's see. So we've got some Star Wars sets. This is one of my few like modern-ish sets. At this point, it's 10 years old, but it's the 2014 Cantina. Just a great set. This is the Darth Vader's TIE Fighter and Y-Wing set from '99. This is a combo pack of like 3 pirate sets, so pretty cool. A Viking Fenris Wolf set. This is one that I had as a kid. Pretty adorable. Pirate boat. This is the 7171 Pod Racer set, so the 3 Pod Racers. Another one that I had as a kid. Me and my older brother shared that one. This is one I got from my friend. Newest Lego set. I did actually just buy last week because I was getting into like clones and stuff. I bought the 501st Battle Pack. So that's definitely my newest one. Apart from that, I've got like, these are like my most recent purchases. So like 2021 maybe. Same thing with that. 2020, 2021, I think. Animal Crossing. The blacksmith shop. And then like some of the little battle packs, like I have the Mandalorian and the Bounty Hunter battle packs, and then the 501st. So that's like the only stuff that I buy modern. Anyways, this is the X-Wing with Yoda's hut, so that's a really cool one. I love that Yoda's hut build, so fun. Bounty Hunter Pursuit, one of the best Star Wars sets of all time. Random vintage sets, random 90s space sets, random vintage town. What is this? This is the Studios Johnny Thunder set where he's like the Temple of Gloom or something, I think. Random 90s Blacktron 2. The only Space Police set that I own. Is that Space Police 2 maybe? I can't remember. Random Star Wars stuff. Jabba's Palace, and this has got the 2 side builds, so you've got Jabba's Prize and Jabba's Message in there as well. Yeah, Bounty Hunter Pursuit is so good. I love that one. I'm glad that I got it back in like 2016 or whatever, because back then it was like $30. Random skateboarding extreme stunts set, or not extreme stunts, Gravity or X Games or whatever. The Viking boat, the smaller one with the tiny dragon. This one's for you, Elijah. This is the Cloud City car. And I still have the instructions that you gave me, so this one came without instructions, so I was very fortunate to have them, so thank you. 2 Ninjago poly bags that I got because I was so excited. Yeah, Elijah, I did see the Jaws set. It looks pretty cool. Obviously, I'm not like big into Jaws, so I don't think I'll get it, but it does look like a cool set. Back in like 2011, these were the first Ninjago poly bags out, and I was stoked for like ninjas coming back, and they were using the original head wraps, and like I got the white one because I had always wanted the white Ninja Princess, and I got the blue one because it was a new color, and I was like, wow, new ninja stuff. And then Ninjago kept going and going and going and going and going, and I was like, okay, I'm tapping out. Weetabix Castle. This is one that I reviewed. This is from 1970. This is the original Mos Eisley Cantina. This is another incredible set. Yeah, RM, I'll leave this video up. And then, yeah, so this one's incredible. It's got Greedo, it's got Han Solo, it's got Luke Skywalker, it's got a Sand Trooper and Obi-Wan. You've got a dewback in there, you've got a land speeder, and you've got a small little cantina build. I mean, that is just so perfect for like 20 bucks back in the day. You can't beat that. Let's see. So we've got Spurious, another stupid 90s set, 90 castle set. We've got the Saber Island, I want to say, pirate set. That's a cool one. The Geonosian Fighter. I love the minifigures in this one. The Sand Red Battle Droids, as well as the 2 Geonosians. Just really cool. I wish that this was not as expensive as it is now, because I would love to army build like some of those guys, or even just have like 2 or 3, but not at the, you know, $80 to $100 that it's going for currently. Another Studios set. This is the T-Rex head. This is one I had as a kid. This is the first set I got that had that baby dino mold and the baby T-Rex, and that's why I always loved it. Got a little mission like launch command set. This is one that I had as a kid. Man, I might have to start speed running if I want to get to all the Star Wars and Castle stuff over there. Yeah, so Explorians, Scorpion something or other, kind of stupid. Yes, we do love baby T-Rex mold in this house. The Tusken Raider encounter. My phone is like, you know what, once I get over there, I can actually plug it into a charger, I think. Random city stuff. Pirate, like, island set. This is the Forbidden Island pirate set that comes on the printed base plate. Yes, there's more. This is the Yoda fight with Count Dooku, just a great set. I remember getting that in England. Episode 2 stuff was always so cool. More town stuff. This is the Qui-Gon and Darth Maul set. Again, just like a perfect little set because you get like 2 really cool minifigures. And then this is the Gungan like battle with the 2 Kavu, just really cool molds there, and you get the 2 Gungans as well. All right, so here we have, this is from the Ultimate Lego book. So again, we were talking about that book earlier. This is one that I grew up looking at all the time. There's a tiny little picture of this chess set in there, and I was able to recreate it in studio, and then using Bricklink, I ordered all the pieces for it. It was not as expensive as I was expecting. Like, I think it was under $200, all things told or whatever. But yeah, it's cool. It's got the like little parrots here as the good guy pawns, the little scorpions as the bad guy pawns. You got like all the minifigures, so you've got the skeletons and the mummies and Baron von Baron and all that. And then the whole gang over here. So same type of stuff, and you got the little like obelisks with the hieroglyphics on them as the rooks. So just really cool. All right, so here's the 2 remake sets. So there's the Galaxy Explorer, and then I used the Star Wars set that I found on clearance for half off to build the Crater base plate, the 48x48 one. So now it's like a scaled up version of that. And then I sold the Star Wars figs for like 20 bucks, so I ended up spending like $5 for the parts for this, so very worth it. And then we've got all the classic space guys. So these are the 5 original colors right here. And then these are the newer colors, and then I know that they just released the green helmet. So I do have the mech that has the green minifigures, so I'm just waiting on those new helmets. I think I placed an order, I can't remember, that has those in it. So once I get those, I can add them onto my list here. And I don't count the light gray ones because there's never been a new light gray helmet. There has been a new light gray torso, and there has been an old light gray helmet, but I don't want to mix my grays and create the gray minifigure, the gray space minifigure. So I'm waiting until they release the modern gray helmet to go for that one. All right, and then we've got, these are all the parrot colors. So this is the original mold. I know that they did make the updated mold down here, which is that one. It's got more marbled colors, but this is the original mold, and I just recently finished this one. So you've got the 3 pastels, you got the new dark gray, old dark gray, you got the standard print, you've got the marbled red, you've got the standard red, you've got the standard black, original brown, and then the yellow. So that's all 11 that were released. All right, so let me see if I can plug this in real quick, because it's giving me that 15% warning. Might have to set it down real quick. I don't know if this is going to work. It's really affecting how far I can move. We'll just kind of speed run. Let's do that. All right. So now we're getting into my boxed castle stuff. So we saw all the loose castle over there. So here's boxed castle. So we've got the shell promos. We've got the knight's carriage. We've got the, what is this? The Viking Voyager, Lion Knights. One of my favorites, we've got the Forestman's Hideout. So this is one I got from the Lego store near me back in 2020, I think. Then we've got Basil the Batlord. We've got the 3-pack that came with the Wolfpack Ghost. And on the back here, since this was only ever sold in the 3-pack, it's got nothing on the back, which is pretty interesting. We've got Magisto's shop, or the magic shop. Pretty cute. We've got the minifigure pack for Wolf Knights and Wolf Pack and Dragon Knights. Again, we've got one of these combo packs that was the 1877 Forestman's hay cart. And this was also same thing, only sold in a 3-pack, so nothing on the back there, not supposed to be ripped off, but apparently somebody did. Which makes, same thing with this one, it makes the boxes for these ones very, very hard to find because they were always trashed or, destroyed when you pulled them off. So, got this one here, the Royal Knight Skeleton Surprise. Got this one here, which is the Black Falcon's Catapult. Just a simple little one there. Got the Camouflage Outpost for the Forestman. This is probably tied with this one. So we've got the Forestman's Crossing. So these two are I put them in parallel because I can't decide. I never can. The minifigure selection is more varied here because you've got the Forest Woman, and you've got the black torso, the blue torso, or blue, red, and then standard. And then you've also got this really cool base plate here. But this one's got 6 Forestmen. You've got the black torso. You've got 2 blue ones, 2 reds, and a standard. So you've got, it's just, they're different, but they're both very, very good. I love both these sets. Then we've got the Siege Tower. And if I'm going too fast and you want to see anything in more detail, just let me know. I'm trying to get through all this before my phone dies because we're coming up on 3 hours now. So yeah, the Siege Catapult, this is another cool one. And then we've got the King's Mountain Fortress. And then this one I've also got the side build that it was from a YouTube video. I forget his name, but he put on the Dark Forest Fortress base plate. So it was this base plate here onto the side. And so I did that build, so I have the pieces for that in here as well. Then we've got the King's Castle. So that's a pretty cool one. It's a little simple. This is sort of the design philosophy that the modern Lion Knight's Castle is referencing. So this is kind of the main set from that they're taking influence up from. This is my bag of Kabaya like promo sets. So all the little ones like the insectoids or the space or the rock raiders or whatever studios, they're all in here. So, and Ninja, as well as like any box, like flattened boxes that they have, and instructions and combiner models and all that kind of stuff. Okay, Sean, I will buy it. It's only $400. That sounds like a good idea. Let's see. So now for Star Wars. So we've got the original Slave 1. We've got some of the best sets ever, these little final duel sets, 1 and 2. And these were both sealed. These were some of my first reviews on YouTube back in 2016. My favorite comment is somebody commented on, I think, these ones, where they said a review from a toilet seat, because I was using like a white box lid as like my back and my front. And it looks like a toilet seat, and it cracks me up every time I think about it. And then we've got Final Duel Jedi Defense for Episode 1. Me and my brother both had like these 4 sets, and they just offer so much play value for such a cheap price back then. Now they're like, it's probably like $200 or more for all 4 of these, which is stupid. Okay, Elijah, I'll buy you Barad-dûr. That seems like a good idea. Naboo Swamp. This one I got sealed. I'd never owned this as a kid, but a friend did, and I was always in love with it. The Stap speeders are great. I love these minifigures, even though nobody likes Jar Jar. He's actually a cool minifigure. Yeah, so that one was sealed. Same thing with this one, the speeder bike set. That one was sealed. Reviewed all those. Desert Skiff, another one of my first reviews. That one was sealed. Droid Escape, another one of my first reviews. This is like one of my earliest memories of a Star Wars set. I remember bringing this with me camping when I was like 5 or something like that. I just loved the R2 and C-3PO figures and these big old panels. I don't know why. Just kid me, loved it. And I still love it, so that works out. Luke's Land Speeder. So this is the original one. This one was sealed. I reviewed that. Imperial AT-ST. I just like last week got the box for this one, so that one was cool to finally get again. My brother had this one growing up, so I was happy to get it in nice condition. And then Flash Speeder. This one's a little unique. I got it like last year or something. Never owned this one growing up, but I do like the minifigure a lot. And obviously, since this is in the complete saga, I'm nostalgic for it for that reason. And we've got the Carbon Freezing Chamber. This is just a really good set from 2016. One of the few that I kept from that wave. Yeah, just a good set. And then we've got Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. This one's actually sealed, and I've been needing to review it. Sean, do you know that's Elijah that you're talking to? I don't know if you know that, but that is Elijah. Yeah, so this is the Jedi Starfighter. I do have the loose one over in that room, but I do plan on reviewing this one. And again, I got it for like, I don't know, $60 maybe, so it was like the price that I was willing to pay to unbox it. Then we've got one of the few sets that I got in 2019, entirely because it had Lando. Actually, that's not true. Not entirely, but that was the main catalyst, is because it had the Cloud City Lando, which in hindsight was a great purchase because he's like $50 now, and I would not want to spend that. Welcome, Honey Toasty. But I also never owned a Snowspeeder before that, just like a standard Snowspeeder set. And since this is a remake of like the original one, I figured this is as good as any to get, and it is quite a good Snowspeeder build. Yeah. So we've got the Ewok Attack, another fantastic set. You got a Stormtrooper, a Scout Trooper, and 2 Ewoks in there. Just like, this is the perfect like old school battle pack set. We've got Luke's Hut. Again, I just really like, Yoda's Hut. I really like this one just because it's reminiscent of the one with the X-Wing. But like these updated figures are just top notch. Like I'm normally not a fan of like how much detail they put in these newer sets. Man, I really need a charger. Give me like 20 seconds while I run upstairs to grab a longer charger, or else it's actually gonna die. So be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, got like a 6-foot cable, so we can keep going. All right, it's charging. We're saved. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I'm normally not a fan of like the overly detailed version of modern figs, but these are just such simplistic like updates, like the little bit of dirt on R2, the like good detailing on Luke there, the modern like the updated Yoda head that is not the Clone Wars one is just fantastic. I really love that figure. So all right. The TIE Bomber. This is one that my brother had in England, and I'm not like crazy about it, but it was a good deal, and it's a nostalgic set, so I got it. And then the big one that everybody loves. I actually don't like this set, but I do like the minifigures, because OG Boba is like one of my favorite Lego figures, and the violets on Jango just look really good. So, good set. Yeah, Sean. It is. Where did I put it? It's over here. We showed it earlier. You must not be a true fan if you weren't watching for the full 3 hours. Oh, this isn't the one that you actually had, Sean. That one I sold at some point because it was mostly incomplete, but this is like, that's the same one. Hell yeah. All right. So this is another one that I got in 2017 for like $50 before it became 700 or whatever. Another incredible Star Wars set. 6210 Jabba Sail Barge. This is one that my siblings pitched in to get me for my birthday, like 2019, so before the COVID craziness. Just a fantastic set here. It's got all the minifigs you could want. Got Boba, Slave Leia, Jabba, Luke, Han, Lando, and a Gamorrean guard. So, oh, and R2. So, plenty of figures in that set. Just great. Then we've got another fantastic one. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm sure the new UCS sail barge is going to be like, well, I think they said, wasn't it like $450? And it's going to have like, it's probably going to have the same amount of minifigures as this. And it's just going to be like way too big. And like, you just can't beat this set. Like this was what, like $75 retail, which even adjusted for inflation, I think is like $110. So like $110 for this set is insane. Like they would never do anything with this much value. So anyways, ATTE, this one is very cool. My only gripe with it is that it only comes with 4 clones. Cause I mean, you look at the price of this one and then you look at the price of the gunship, and they're not far enough apart to make a difference for like the amount of minifigures, because the gunship has like 8 minifigures. This one only has 4 clones. So I went ahead and I got like 2 more of the original clones, so I have 6 in here, and I think that that's like an appropriate number of these OG clones. And I love these clones so much, man. They're just amazing. I wish they weren't as expensive as they are, because I would army build with those. Also some more modern Phase 2 clones, just for the fun of it. Or, sorry, Phase 1 clones. I always mess that up, because Phase 1 clones are in Episode 2. Phase 2 clones are in Episode 3. Anyways. Back here is one of my first, like, big Star Wars sets. So me and my older brother got this for Christmas 2001, I want to say. So I was like 4 or 5 at the time, and I just remember building this one and loving it. So, yep. That is my boxed Star Wars stuff, so I'm very happy with my Star Wars collection. Like I said, there's some more ones that I would want to get, like I want to get Watto's Junkyard. I want to get the rest of the Episode 3 sets that I sold off some time ago. But those are more like long-term kind of things, because those sets are the really like $200 to $300 expensive ones that I just don't want to spend that. So now we've got Harry Potter. So I actually didn't grow up with Harry Potter or any of these sets, but my next door neighbor did, my best friend. Um, and so what always like intrigued me about these was the minifigures and the accessories. And also anything, like I've said before, anything that's a location build over like a vehicle or something, it just works for me. So with all of these being like segmentable Hogwarts portions, just was like the coolest thing ever to me. Not to mention like the sand greens, you've got like the sand blues in that set. You've got just these really cool accessories here. Like you've got the like the magic bag, the hand there. You got like these cool glowing spiders and like prints everywhere. Just, I mean, what is that? Like a brain in a jar? So yeah, Norlego mentioned that they're quite affordable. Harry Potter is one of the few themes where when they release the newer waves, like the newer version of this or the newer version of this or whatever, the old sets actually go down in value. So like that's amazing. For Star Wars, it's the opposite. Like they release a new one and everybody goes and gets Depressed Pumpkin. I need to get the clone building pack that's like the big box of like the building event. Yeah, that would be nuts. That'd be like thousands of dollars now though. Anyways, so like, oh, and they've got those little books. So yeah, so with Star Wars, like when they make a new version of something, the old stuff goes up because people like it's still collectible. People still love old Star Wars, but with Harry Potter, for whatever reason, like when they release a new version, a lot of times, and I do think that they're just like better. Like I got some of the 2018 wave of Harry Potter sets, and it had that charm that I was looking for, but I was like, I would rather just get the old stuff still. And so with the old stuff being so cheap, I went and like this is just recent. Like within the past like I think 2 years, I've gotten all this Harry Potter stuff, and it's so good. Like this one was just last month. Same thing with that one. And they both had boxes, which is so cool. So yep, there's Nocturne Alley. Just great. And then this is the Quidditch practice, which of course has the little golden snitch in there. Just a gold chrome like Lego stud. Just awesome. This is quality Quidditch supplies. Again, just tons of great accessories like the green and red cape, all the broom pieces, the book pieces, printed like flags, and the golden snitch piece in there. I mean, sand green roof. Like they hold up for me. This one's actually like sealed pieces, so the box is open, but I do still need to review that. Yes, the original Hogwarts is fantastic. These especially are standout, the quote-unquote girls sets. So I have, this is Ron's, and then Harry's is also in there. I don't have the box for Harry's, but the colors and accessories for these sets is just insane. Like, it's so good. Again, you get a ton of those books. You get a bunch of, like, translucent pink and, like, purples and lavenders and oranges and turquoise, and it's just so great. Especially Hermione's here. So we've got like the pink jug, you've got like diamonds and books and pink see-through treasure chests, and man, just fantastic. So really love these sets. We've got Escape from Privet Drive here, another fun little like building build. And then Gringotts Bank. The build on this one is not that great, but the figures are fantastic. Like, you've got the two, what are they, like gremlins or something? Why am I drawing a blank on what they are? And then Hagrid. Why am I drawing a blank? Goblins. Is that what they are? Goblins? Yeah. And so me and my younger brother, yes, thank you, Dr. Good Guy. I'm like 3 hours into this, I am losing my ability to speak coherently. So me and my younger brother, like several years back at this point, went and watched all the 8 Harry Potter movies because like I had never seen them growing up, and like even though the characters are not the best and like the settings aren't the greatest, the world building I think is still really good, and that's the thing that always pulled me in for Harry Potter is just the world building seems like really coherent and good, so I like it a lot. This is the original Hogwarts castle. So again, you've just got so much play value here, so many minifigures and accessories. And then in here, you've also got, I've got the, what is it? The Chamber of Secrets that can actually go underneath here. So it's got the big like basilisk snake and a bunch of really cool parts. So these sets are super slept on, in my opinion. Like it's interesting to me that they've gone like down in value with the release of the newer sets, when I think that they are just as good as the newer stuff. And then we've got the Junior Construction. Yeah, I need to. That's Honey Toasty. I'm probably at some point just going to end up with all the like first 2 years of Harry Potter sets, just because they're cheap, and like then I can do a whole Hogwarts display of just everything. Here we've got my oldest like box sets. So this is the Junior Constructor set. I did a review on this one. So this one's from 1961. It uses cellulose acetate bricks. They're slightly different, or actually pretty noticeably different from the modern stuff. Move all this stuff out of the way so I can keep moving boxes here. We are almost done, guys. Man, I appreciate anybody who's stuck with it. This is not, or I did not expect it to go for 3 hours. But now I've got a really good document of all my stuff. This is the town plan set. This is a holy grail type set for me. I did a whole video on this one as well with all the stuff that came inside of it. I think that's still my longest video. So you can check that one out. I appreciate that, Norlego. I like the stuff that I'm into for Lego is very kind of niche at this point, but it's like it's hard to overstate how much all this stuff means to me. So I'm okay with it being niche, and I'm glad that y'all are enjoying it. So here we have the Rock Island Refuge. I got this one just last year on Facebook Marketplace of all places. Normally you can't really find anything good on there anymore as far as deals, but this lady wanted $160 for this in the box, and I said, hey, I'll come pick that up tomorrow. So very nice condition, very good set, and with the box. And then Eldorado Fortress in box as well. The pieces on this one I kind of had to part together, and the box isn't in like the best condition. There's some like tape residue on it, but I mean, it's for the price I paid, I cannot complain. This is another one similar to the gunship, where I kind of just like paid up because I wanted the set in good condition. Like the one that I had before was like a water damaged, sun faded box. All the pieces inside were glued at some point, and so it had all that glue residue on it, and then the sails were like yellowing and just really rough. So when this one came up, it was like definitely over 300. I can't remember exactly, but it was like, it's the type of condition like built once and then put away, and it's even got like the trays for all the display stuff for like the whole pieces and the parts. So like this is one of the few sets where I'm like, it's not a oh, bye Elijah, see ya. So it's not, normally when I'm buying these sets, I'm buying them because I'm finding such good deals on them. This one was like, I'm gonna pay because I want the condition. So, you know, sometimes you got to do that for like the rare and bigger sets. And then just over here, we've got the dinosaur sets that I was talking about earlier. So these are like the ones that I had growing up. Actually, these aren't the exact ones, but these are like me and my friend had these growing up, and they were great. This one is sealed, so I need to review that at some point before I can build them all. The rest are open though, so yep. Okay, whew. So 11% battery. That is this whole room. Any Lord of the Rings sets? Nope. Nope. So we'll go in here. There's not much in here, but just some like final little bits. So we've got some of my indoor stuff on display. This is the what's it called? Spybotics that I was talking about earlier. These are all the Kabaya, or sorry, not Kabaya, Studio Coca-Cola promo kits. So these are my sealed collection since I had the open collection somewhere else or earlier in the video. And then more like this is another one of these Coca-Cola promo sets because the the bag was ripped, so I just have it out here. And then same thing, Coca-Cola promo sets for, the Coke Battle Pack. These have become, I think, like kind of a meme as well because of the fact that these were like freebies. So they resulted in some, they resulted in some pretty funny sets like the stands here. And where's my favorite one? So you got like one minifigure in each of these poly bags. Where is it? Of course, it's the very last one. The 2 soccer balls. So that's the entire poly bag. The entire set. Set number 4470 is just 2 balls. So, yep, there you go. I don't have all of those yet. I'm like, if I find them for a cheap price, I'll get them. But there's just so many more of them. I think there's like 30 of those as opposed to the 24 for the Studios ones. All right. Let's see, some of my loose Star Wars figures, just some random stuff. This one's actually, man, this is a custom and it's so cool. It's like actual printed on genuine Lego pieces, like some of the ones that were snuck out of the Mexico factory. And it's, Force Ghost Obi-Wan. Got a diver set. Got the McDonald's set. This is another one that I had as a kid, and I parted it out not too long ago. Hydronauts base, a very slept-on set in my opinion. It's just very, very cool. Comes with that as well. That Obi-Wan reminded me of something I forgot in this room. So over here I have some more of those. So here's like, I'll pull them out. Oh no, you stepped on the diver set, yikes. Okay, here we go. So we've got like this translucent pink. We got this translucent light blue. Got the like satin purple, which has got like this soft look to it and like these sparkles in it. That one's like probably my favorite color. Trans black. And then trans light blue glitter. And then also all these little, no, these aren't custom. These are genuine Lego parts. These were made in the Mexico factory. And then, like, in the after hours is basically the story that I've heard. And snuck out. Like, they made hundreds and hundreds or thousands of these. So they're actually not too rare. They're starting to become more rare, and I don't know if that's because Lego's cracking down or if they've just, like, they're running out of the ones that they made. But yeah, these are like 20 to 30 a piece. So, like, less than you would expect, but still kind of pricey per figure. And then you've got all these, like the Emperor micro figures. Like, this was the only color that came in a set, but then they really, like, they made them in like 10 other colors or something. You've got like white and black and green and lime green and yellow and all that. So pretty cool. I went through a phase like last year where I was just buying a bunch of these. So, all right. Apart from that, Lego stuff, I've got Rock Raiders. I've got 3 sealed big box Lego Islands. So there's one that's got the offer for the Infomaniac, although it doesn't have the Infomaniac on the inside, and I'm pissed about it, but that's okay. There's a standard original release, and then a standard, or a second edition sealed. So yeah, Lego Island is in the corner here. That was actually the first thing that we started with. Lego Island is right here. So I don't know that I would, yeah, I do have, so I went and got like a sealed Infomaniac poly bag, and then I have 2 Infomaniacs loose, so I have enough of him, but like I was hoping that one of those sealed ones would have it. So yeah, Lego Island, I was saying I don't think I'd put it up just because it'd take up so much space, and a lot of the builds are kind of samey, and I'd want to use that space for like you know, like all my Castle or Star Wars or whatever. So we'll see how much space I have left. I do think that once I've got all my shelves up, I'm not going to have room to even display all of this. So the fact that I'll probably still have to be making some decisions about what I want to display is kind of crazy, but that's what happens when you have like 700 sets. And then apart from that, I think the very last thing here is I've got some more Aquazone stuff over here. And then I already showed y'all the Bionicle, and these are like my random like paraphernalia for booklets, so like advertising booklets. Tons and tons of these going back to the 80s. And then like the little inserts that would come in sets. And then these are all catalogs. My favorite castle faction is definitely the Forcemen, but if I had to go for like a knight faction, I would probably say Black Knights. But yeah, so these are all like starting in, let's see, how late does it go back here? We get into like the 80s down at the bottom here, and these are all catalogs and magazines before they were even called like Legomania magazine or whatever. So like Rock Raiders up here in the 90s. And then catalogs mixed in here. And then starting here, we go into the 2000s. This goes down to like 2005, I want to say, 2007 it looks like. So a lot of these are ones that I had when I was a kid. Like I made the smart decision around 2004 to actually like keep my Lego catalogs in good condition. So everything from 2004, which is like this point onwards, which is all of these as well. So like this goes all the way from 2007 to like current day. I don't think I'm currently subscribed to Lego catalogs, but I don't really care that much anymore. But like I have from the 80s until like probably 15, 16 era when I kind of stopped caring. But yeah. Whew. All right, y'all. I think that's everything. Oh, you know what? I just remembered something else. We've got all my foam stuff that I did a video on the unboxing like when I got these originally, but we've got like, oh yeah, my loose bulk. I don't have a ton, but I can show you that. So like Orient Expedition foam stuff. We've got like the Indian Tomahawk, gold sword. I think this is Orient Expedition 2. Could be wrong. I'm not sure what that is. Vikings. That's pretty cool. Tahu's Flame Sword. Need to straighten that back out. Welcome back, Elijah. We're just about done here. This is the Wolfpack Sword. And then the Scimitar from Orient Expedition. And then lastly, the dagger from Orient Expedition. I think this is the only one that was bundled with the Scorpion Palace at some point. I think the rest of these were just like Legoland exclusive, and I'm sure that this came from Legoland as well. Like I'm sure they sold it in both places. So I'm like all this foam stuff is from Legoland, I'm pretty sure. We've got like Bionicle, Quest for the Masks stuff, some vintage minifigure displays. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I did not expect this to be 3.5 hours, but thank you guys for sticking with it. Let me turn it around here. So yeah, that's my whole Lego room at the current state. obviously once I get like all the shelves up on this wall going all the way to there, and then once I kind of finish up my studio, welcome Feral Family Films. I'll leave this video up so you can rewatch it. Thanks for joining Norlego. You were here for most of it, if not all of it. But yeah, once I get everything like set up, I'll do a proper like video tour. And you're welcome, Elijah. That one will be quicker. I'll just kind of like breeze through the sections to just show like here's Castle, here's Star Wars. This time I wanted to really get in there and show like everything, just to have that on file, just because I don't think I've done that like ever. So yeah, it is. What time is it? Wow. Whew. So, anyways, thank you guys. Appreciate y'all being here. I'll hopefully, once I get this this review set up fixed, I need kind of like a new camera and a new microphone and maybe something to not make the table so noisy. But other than that, and then some better lighting. But yeah. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good 4th. Happy 4th of July. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for letting me flex my Lego collection for a couple hours. And y'all have a good one. How do I end this? There we go.